sounds cool, though.
I'll be in your ear like this.
The whole podcast is just me laughing.
We're gonna be almost laughing, dude.
We got record.
This is fucking sick, bro. This is fucking sick.
Look, it's snowing out.
Dude, man, I fucking love this setup, man. Shout out to
Cheers.
Cheers to a good life.
I love the sound that we get each other.
This is one of the coolest things I've ever done, man.
It took me so long to figure this out. I used to have these little mics you put on your thing.
Oh,
but
no, that sounds so shitty. Dude, I can't go back to my regular mics, man, because that sounds awful.
No, these mics are all...
Yeah, bro.
Everyone uses these.
No, you know what you got this? This is just like production studio quality. You got this from Amazon?
Actually, yeah. You got
this from Amazon?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because these arms, did it come with it or no?
No, no. I have to work a week to get that.
Are you serious?
Expensive. Yeah. So I had these little skinny ones, right? And this thing's heavy. And it was starting to crack the table because it was leaning. I was like, I don't want to ruin the table, you know?
So then you got this from Amazon too, though.
Yeah, but look at it. It's dope. You can, like, swivel it. No.
Dude, that's and then it comes out like so.
It does, yeah. Dude,
it's like I don't know what it's called, like it's that technology. I don't know. I forgot what it's like. I don't know the thing. Man. No. Fuck. I'm trying to figure out what's the name for hydraulic. That's the word.
All right, Mr. Neuroscientist.
No, it's all about hydraulics.
It's know what I mean?
And dude, I mean, I was just looking at the Army Navy. You know, so Army Navy plays football every game. You know, every year. That's crazy.
That's kind of cool.
It's one of the coolest things I've ever seen, man. But just imagine just the what goes into that game. You know what I mean? Like, you're preparing the whole season. We're not talking like none of these guys are going to the NFL. They're not getting scouted. They're doing just because they have so much pride for their service academy. You guys in the Army, Navy, Air Force, shout out, man. You guys are the real ones, man.
You're gonna be there soon, maybe
dude,
one day.
Dude, I really you know about me, man. I'd love to, man, because just shit, man. Like,
it's cool.
It'd be so cool. It's truly one of the cool, like, brotherhood. I mean, we use that term very loosely. You know what I mean? Oh, he's my bro. It's my dog. Like, you were tied.
It raises the bar on that.
You're tied by blood, by everything. You know what I mean? If you're in the Army. So, like, dude, mad shout out, man. Mad respect. You guys got to go through.
Yeah, I just talked to my buddy Mike the other day. We were in school together. Yeah. Basic training together from day one.
Basic training.
All the way through. And then, we talked. He's in Germany right now.
Germany?
Where's
Germany?
Talk. I don't even fucking know.
Dude,
he's been moving around, but he's coming home soon. He's gonna get out.
Is he deployed right now or what?
It's not deployment. It's just a duty station.
Like you're just stationed out there. Yeah. Same with like they do that. You get stationed like Fort Bragg, which is in North Carolina.
But it's awesome. Yeah. It kind of just depends on your boss. You know what I mean? Like,
what is your buddy doing?
He's X-ray tech. Like
shit,
me.
Really?
That's why we went to X-ray school together.
No way, man. You got the good gig, bro. You got the good gig.
I think it's the best job that you can do in the military. So. You know what I mean? To get training.
A lot of things from the military actually carry over into civilian medicine. So about robotic surgeries. Did I tell you about that?
No.
So, it was developed so you could actually do robotic procedures on the battlefield. So
like Da Vinci? Or?
Yeah, Da Vinci. So doctor sitting in like his the home base in like Afghanistan, like 50 miles away, 100 miles away, or whatever. I can't know if we can go that far, but you basically just take these two poles and you stick inside the person. You know what I mean? The doctor can then maneuver it basically with their fingers. Yeah. Keep going. You're good. Yeah, dude. I was gonna say, man, dude, like. That's so sick how that was supposed to be a civilian purpose, but it was so non-invasive and pretty like low. You know what I mean? To make a bigger cut, because the bigger the cut you make, longer the healing time, shit like that. You can make a small incision and do the surgery. They heal faster, better outcomes, and that was something that's carried over for the military. A lot of things, like reconnaissance. I don't know if that word even has like a different use outside of the military. Like, such a sick. Like, a lot of military culture is so cool.
I see why they do some stuff they do. And
now you understand.
Yeah, it should be employed in the civilian sector. It should be.
But that's so crazy. Imagine, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just something I always think about, different multiverses and different things you could do with your life. And there's obviously such a limited time. But that was one thing where I'm like, you don't get to live out your life in another sense. I mean, I guess people are meant to, they're meant to do what they're meant to do. But, like, if you're in the military, man, you give up a lot. You really do.
It was cool. Like just wearing the uniform alone, you just feel different. Like, people are like, hello, they wave, the kids wave.
I can salute you.
We would drive in the Humvee. I would drive around Springfield, Illinois, and just wave to all the kids. And you would get all the old people like keep going.
So you gotta break the stereotype, man. a lot of people say that military is like for people who don't know what they want to do. It's for people who are
it's a thing.
Who are low academic achieving, who are there's like constant memes about it, you know what I mean? Like the kid with a 2.3 GPA, Army recruiter, like give me that one. It's like it's like kids with no future.
But it happens.
But I guess that's a thing that happens, but I guess it gets overshadowed. People get, they don't want to go to it because it's like, oh, it's only for the dumb kids. Like, no, exactly. So that's on, like, at least in my generation, in my community, like, it's a stereotype where it's like, but I want to say, like, give me like a percentage. How many of those kids do you think are there because they have nothing else to do? Like, you know what I mean?
No, it's a mix. It's a mix.
It's like people who are like, I did this because I wanted to, or this was my only option, or
you get family, like, because your dad was in it, so I'm gonna be in it. My grandpa was in it. I want to.
How many percent would you get? How many? You have to put a guess on it. What would you say percentage wise?
Because people just want to do it because their
family did it, or like like same with
30%.
Okay, that's a pretty big percent. Because even in medicine, it's like
30.
You get a lot of people. It's because my dad was a doctor, my mom was, or something like that. It's like if it stays in the family, if it's something, you know what I mean. Like,
I think there's family or like that you want to serve your country, and then there's you don't have any direction, and then there's school. Pay for your schooling, which is a big one.
Which is a big plus.
And there's you just want to run away from home. That's a big one too. That's a big one.
I guess that's
like college.
It is.
Army was like college
for kids who can't pay for college.
Kids who can't pay for college and don't want to be home with their parents, and they just want to go.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I did it for college and it worked out. I had a plan. I'm still going. I'm still going. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like I'm not stopping anytime soon.
What were you deciding between? Besides X-ray tech,
my initial thing was computers.
Computers. You were being like
all this stuff,
like doing like computer engineering or just like software systems or strips.
No, like cyber security stuff.
Damn, you'd be like.
I couldn't get in because my dad wasn't a citizen. He's like a permanent resident.
Oh, is he Mexican descent?
Yeah, he's been here forever. But he never took the test.
Oh shit.
But he's still a resident. But because of that, they're like, you can't get your top secret clearance.
Oh, shit.
So I was like...
because your family...
Yeah, I was like, fine, what's open? They're like, X-ray tech. And I'm like...
Fine, what's open? You just like run with it, like what's open?
Fine,
and your mom, you said she was an MRI?
Yeah, I was in the field for 9 years, 8 years.
So you did transfer before you went to the Army?
8 years, yeah.
So 8 years transferring, then you went to the Army?
I was 27 when I joined the Army.
What would you say? What would you say the average age is?
18, 19.
Really? So kids would come out straight out of high school and shit like that?
It's a mix, depends. My group was older. They were all 28, 35.
Yeah. So another stereotype. Okay, that's a good point. Another stereotype is that you can't have fun in the Army. I know some motherfuckers. All they do is drink and do drugs and have sex. You know what I mean? Yes. Like, that's all. That's all you do.
Shit show.
Yeah.
Co-ed barracks. You just
co-ed barracks. How many female percentage would you say? How many?
Now it's huge. Now it's a huge mix.
Really, 50-50, or is like close to still men?
It's depends on what field you're in.
Really.
But it's now bigger than ever. It's all
really,
mixed. Yeah.
Yeah, I know someone like I guess we can't take names, but we have a coworker and who basically had a daughter who's in the Air Force, and she got pregnant on a ship or something like that. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Nothing else to do.
No, I heard those ships are orgies. Ships.
Yeah, those are.
You're stuck.
Yeah, I mean,
it's stressful.
There's nothing else to do. I mean, like, fuck.
I met this Navy girl once.
Really?
She was
cute.
She was a good time.
Really, man?
It was a good time.
On the ship?
No, in Texas.
In Texas? Where in Texas?
In San Antonio.
San Antonio. Wow, man. Jesus Christ.
Shout out to her.
take one for her, man.
No, but we hear stories, obviously. So my schooling was mixed. So we were with Air Force, Navy, Coast Guard, Army.
Oh, really?
So you learn about each other, right?
Yeah.
We're all together, though. But we march separately and we leave separately.
Oh, okay.
But, we're like, wait, you guys get rights? You guys get to go out and drink? Like, we couldn't. We were on lockdown.
You guys couldn't drink alcohol.
During school? No.
Sounds like prohibition.
Yes.
I just smuggle it. We just smuggle it in.
Yeah, you had to hide. Like, our only time off was Saturday.
Oh, really?
For 10 hours.
Did you guys have fitness tests in the Army?
Yeah. Oh, huge.
Really?
Yeah, it was huge.
You had to go through all that.
That was the hard part. There's fitness tests and then there's X-ray school.
Oh, really?
So it's both. You're doing both.
Were you at West Point?
No.
I mean, that's what they have different campuses.
West Point is different.
That's
a military academy.
Oh, so you weren't in the service academy. You were in just like
I went through schooling. I went to the military X-ray school.
Oh, okay. That was one of the things because the service academies are completely different.
Totally separate.
Navy has a service academy.
Those are people going to get their bachelor degrees and become doctors.
Those are the people who are trying to okay, and then they have to serve their country and shit like that. But there's only 3. There's 3, and they also have sports. So Air Force in Colorado. Yeah. West Point is the Army, and then Navy's in Annapolis. Is there any more? Because I know that
they're all over.
No, but like any other service academies that are like actual universities.
I have no idea.
I don't think so. And the coolest one is the Space Force. Man. That shit is fucking sick. Oh god, dude,
we're going to the moon, baby.
Dude, but when we had like Air Force, now we have Space Force. Like, Jesus, man, what the fuck? Like, you're trained to dude. Like,
that's cool.
Man, shit, like. Sign me up, man. No,
it's new though, right?
It's so new. I don't know how it's gonna. I think it's still under the Air Force though. It's still within Air Force is within their jurisdiction, or you know what I mean. But
nah, I was happy to do the Army. Army's good. Did
you choose between Navy and Army and Air Force, or did you just join Army?
I was gonna go Coast Guard, but the schooling I didn't like. It wasn't like it wasn't a direct thing. Army has the best. Army's the biggest, so Army has the most schooling. Air Force has the most money and funding.
Yeah.
So if you join the Air Force, I think they take care of you.
Take you to Top Gun. Take you to San Diego.
Top Gun. Yeah.
Take you to San Diego.
Really? Navy's
and Air Force Base.
Yeah.
Dude, nothing is cooler to me than just like if you go past the VA here in Cleveland, you see the different pillars with Army, Navy, Coast Guard, Air, you know what I mean, Air Force. Yeah. So the coolest like brotherhood, sisterhood, what do you want to call it, fraternity. Like, there's no bigger in the world. I can't think of anything else with these like 5 different groups come together. Yeah. You know what I mean? Then they have it so well division. That's why U.S. is a superpower.
It's just fun. It's nice to meet crazy, like other crazy people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're like
who are willing to die, right?
You like fit in.
Yeah.
You fit in with them. You're like you're awesome.
Yeah.
And they can drink. You get a mix of farm boys.
Yeah.
City boys, city girls.
Yeah. People all over the country.
All over the place.
They find you.
Like, you don't know how to tie a knot? I'm like, no. Like, I don't know.
Survivor skills, man.
Should have gone out. I never,
really?
I shot rifles, not like.
Yeah, but guns, but like rifles and shit like that. Yeah.
Just stuff. Like, you don't own a gun? No, I don't. But these people live different lives.
They live completely different lives. And this part of, even within America, man, you go from coast to coast, Midwest, like, it's different.
Different.
People, different places. Completely different, man.
You just said North Carolina.
I grew up in North Carolina. I call Cary was where I was born, and I lived there
North
for 15.
Carolina?
Yeah, Cary, North Carolina. Cary, North Carolina is a nice place, man. I'd say has had a huge population increase recently. That's where it's called the Research Triangle, RTP. Research Triangle Park. And you have like Duke University's right there. I mean, UNC's down the road. Yeah. NC State. A lot of opportunities, man. My parents moved there, immigrants, you know what I mean? Like jobs, for sure. Tech. Great place, even a great place to raise a family. Small place, but great place to raise a family. And that's why like I say that North Carolina, man, it's a small place. The problem with that is that you get limited opportunities. You really don't get to experience what California.
In North Carolina,
that was a complete. I mean, I moved from North Carolina.
That was
to
a
India.
Huge jump. Like what?
I took a two-year break in India, and I lived in India. And India, man, and you know, you ever been outside the country? You ever lived outside the country?
Not lived. No.
You haven't lived, man. So if you live in a different country, man, crazy.
It's different.
Like. You forget sometimes that America's a thing, but you never, I guess you would say, like, you know what I mean? You're just like, oh, this is not how we did it back in the States. Well, they don't give a fuck how you did it in the States. You know what I mean? The biggest problem for me there was, like, Wi-Fi, man. Internet connectivity fucking
Wi-Fi. I can't get YouTube?
Dude, I told you, I can't get YouTube. We have to fucking pay for data. You know what I mean? Like, all the things you take for granted here, nothing. Like, but there's some parts of India. Funny. There's some parts of India that are really nice, man. Like, I can't lie. It's not all the countries like this, but just my experience. It was just been, like, the little things, man, cleanliness, you know what I mean, and internet, but you trade that, but what you get in return is so much cooler, man. Like, I made some great friends, some really cool people in short time, 2 years.
I love how they shipped you off to India.
I told you my parents shipped me off, and that was basically.
How bad were you,
dude? I was a bad kid, man.
Were you really?
I mean, I never did anything.
You need another one?
I mean, I got a little bit left. I wouldn't say I was like, you know what I mean? I wasn't like that bad or anything like that, but my parents, they just wanted to give me more opportunities. It wasn't, you know what I mean? It's kind of mixed about. It was like, they wanted to let me experience a different culture. And the school I went to was a really fucking good school, man. It was shout out J. Street Perrywall International School, man. I know you're listening, guys. But it was like, we're famous. They're famous, man. But it was a great school, man. I have only good things to say. Obviously, when I got there, I didn't want to be there. But I found some people who were in the same situation, you know, and me, like, moved from America. Just like small things, man. Football, there's no football out there. Like,
there's no sports.
I mean, there's sports, but there's cricket. And then there's basketball was huge. Cricket was huge, but you know, I miss football, man. I like football and beer, man. I like two things, man. Football, beer, and medicine. I got
get you more beer real quick.
Man, I got half a cup left, man.
I don't though.
And I was 14.
14
outside my comfort zone. I was a man child though.
You're like
beard and everything.
You're like 56.
No, I was like 20 when I was 14. No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
But I had a beard and everything. You know what I mean? The funny part about it is that you know what I mean? Like you chose to join the army. Yeah, I had no choice in this. Completely involuntary. Yeah. But great experience, and I can go all night about different. And if you ever get a chance to live outside the country, outside of America, do it.
I'm sure. No, I want to. I want to go to Europe.
Do it. Japan. Europe is cool. Japan is cool. Hit up Asia, man. Yeah. It's the second most populous country in the world.
Yeah.
I hail from the great and Rajasthan. But my ancestors, they're from the desert, man.
Really?
Fucking desert, dude. There's not a rain. They wash their dishes with sand.
Really?
To conserve water. There is no like the village that they're from. Excruciating temperatures in the sun. Excruciating. But then the cities, Jaipur, I guess it's a little bit more accessible. But when you trace it back, like generations and shit like that, like man, I'm from pure, dude. Like, just compare. I know I'm talking a lot, but compare the difference between Rajasthan, which is in the north, to the south. South, you have a lot more water, so they eat rice. Mm-hmm. Versus in Rajasthan, there's no water. You can't grow rice. Rice needs a lot of water to grow. Yeah, that's where they eat wheat. Exactly. Really? Big difference, man. Big difference.
So how'd you get back? How'd that? Like, did you have to be like, all right? They're like, you cannot come back,
dude. Again, I'm sure you've had crazy stories, but the way I had to fight my way to get back, man. Really? And it was
fight
no. I had to not fight, but like I had to actively, say that I don't want to come. Like you know what I mean? Like it was a great experience. Like I loved it. They were ready to have me stay there and finish high school there, and then come back to America for studies. But I told them that I miss football. I'm sorry, no. I miss Mexican food. Because Mexican food. Dude, that's the one problem. I love Indian food. Yeah. And I can have it every day. Yeah. But after 2 years, I think I needed Taco Bell. Taco Bell's not even good Mexican food. It's like, food. I needed like something though. And, I smuggled black beans back to India because they were really? Yeah, dude. I fucking love black.
And you came to Cleveland for Mexican food. There's not many places out here.
Dude, there's like a decent amount. I came to Cleveland for school. That's a different reason.
You need to come to Chicago and get some good Mexican food.
Dude, I'm dying. It
doesn't close. Open like 5, 6 in the morning.
Are you serious, man?
Yeah.
You know all the good places?
I've been. The burrito's like that big.
Jesus.
Huge.
Dude, I can eat, man. I got a fucking large appetite.
Yeah. No, I love food too. Yeah. It's getting warm. It's cold out there. You gotta warm up.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. Get some good food in us. But you talk about coming back.
Yeah.
I applied to one school. One high school. So private high school, basically, in California. So I think
by yourself?
Yeah. Literally, so I told my parents that, hey, look, so at this point in my life, I told them, I just remember, just being outside, I was like, I hate it here. Remember the Karate Kid, the one scene from the Karate Kid's like, I hate it here. I want to go back to Detroit.
Daniel!
That's
stupid place, Mom.
Yeah, it's like, you know what I'm talking about. It's like,
he throws his bike.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, the kid's crying. He's like,
Daniel-san!
Yeah, exactly. It's like, literally like that, you know what I mean? So, don't get me wrong, I loved it. But I just want to come back, man. Like, fuck, dude. Like
2 years?
2 years. Yeah. It took me so I left in 2014. I came back in 2016.
Jeez.
I still remember the day I got back. It was April 18th. I'll never forget. April 18th, 2016. I landed here, and I remember I was in a bus and it said it across the. And so the funny story, I was a minor. And I couldn't fly. So I could fly from India to New York. I couldn't fly from New York to Raleigh. Yeah. So my dad had to rent a car, drive all the way to New York, and then pick me up. Dude,
you did all this on your own?
Dude, I was
Jesus, man-child.
I told you, man. I got to see the world at a young age. Part of the reason why I matured so quickly. Yeah. The funny thing is, I don't feel mature. You know what I mean? I still feel like a kid. I don't.
Wow.
Like I'll never. You know what I mean? Like I still got a lot of growing. Still got to learn, a lot of learning to do. But at that age, dude, like the funnier thing was that you're in India and you think
that's
crazy, man. But you think you're in India and you're in a country of 1 billion people, basically on your own. Mm-hmm. So think about if they sent you there to get disciplined. I did the opposite. Yeah. I got worse. You know what I mean? Like, I have friends going out and drinking every night. Dude,
they drink a lot, right?
Dude, hookah, smoke, drink. Like, great people, great times. It was a party.
Where was I? You should have called me.
I was 14, man.
Oh,
and I had my friends were like, or 15. My friends had like private like Uber drive. Like, dude, they had private car. They had literally. Really? They had private chefs, private drivers. This is not even like we're not talking like wealthy in India. If you're well off, like middle class, you can have all those amenities. Really? You can have private drivers. You never have to. You never touch a steering wheel in your life. You never You never cook for in your life. All you do is enjoy life. You never clean. They hire people to clean, cook, drive.
It's just cheap.
It's so cheap, and all you do is focus on your work. All you gotta do is do what the family business or go to school, or do whatever like that.
So if you're well off, you're just.
I mean, if you're well off,
you're balling.
You're. I know people who had 12-floor houses with elevators going through.
12-floor houses
with elevators going through up and down the floor.
serious?
Yeah, one floor for. Yeah, dude, I'm serious. I had diamonds for doorknobs. They were making so much fucking money. I had no idea what to do with it. There was the jewelry business. You know what I mean, like selling like diamonds and all that. Dude, fuck ton of money. And then all that shit's obviously gonna be black. You know what I mean? So you're not gonna keep that shit sale. But those are the kind of people I was associating with. Yeah. So my network was just really fucking great people from these wealthy families. I was at a great school. Same thing when I came back to America. I told my parents, I was like, hey man, I'm ready to leave. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I've had a great time. I'm ready to leave. Yeah.
I think it's a big thing. I think you kind of reminded me of what I was thinking of today, and that's if you kind of surround yourself with it, you start to become it slowly. You know what I mean?
I don't think I guess I agree with you. I would say that I don't have any nowhere near that. Hopefully I will have that kind of, generational wealth and that kind of like power and that kind of status, you know what I mean? But it helps. It helps. But it opened my eyes.
It gives you a vision.
Vision
is the most important thing.
Exactly. Cuz I think my favorite quote is, it says the eye can't see what the mind doesn't know. Exactly. 100, you know what I mean? Like you could be looking at something and have no idea where it is if you don't know that thing exists, basically. Yeah. So same thing with medicine. I mean, I was chatting a surgeon. He told me, like, the eye can't see what the mind doesn't know. So if you're in a surgery and you see something but you don't know what it does or what you're doing, like, you're fucked. You know what I mean? That's why you gotta go for 4 years med school. Yeah.
You know how many people out there are probably able to be doctors, but they just don't think or know that they can do it.
And there's probably doctors who probably shouldn't be doctors. You know what I mean? And who are. It's just the way the system is.
But they've seen it and they did it.
They've seen it and they did it. Mm-hmm. And I respect those guys, man. Like I'm first in my family to ever even touch medicine, dude. First in my family for healthcare. I come from engineers background, buddy. Yeah, yes. I come from engineers, but I have zero mathematical ability. You know what I mean? Like zero.
Just call your brother. You'll be fine.
If I ever get a math problem, oh yeah, I'm fucking calling my brother.
Really?
Dude. Yeah,
that's good.
Dude, he's a whiz, man. And that kid, he likes it. Crazy. He enjoys it. Yeah. He makes fun of me for it, but he enjoys it, man. But
that's cool.
He told me how I got back. So I went to Harker School. Shout out Harker School. So in San Jose, California.
So you came back from India to California.
Well, first I had to move my family out of North Carolina. So I had to help clean up the house. Pack everything up. Sell. Move our house because we didn't move out. We didn't move out yet. So we were still holding onto our house. Yeah. And so my parents were ready to leave NC. I did a lot of convincing. Yeah. My parents found jobs out there in California. They were like, all right, let's go. But first, before that, I had to get into Harker, and that was one of the craziest things I've ever done.
College or high school?
It's a private school. Private school. So my parents were just gonna move out there to California and say, go to any willy-nilly school. We were moving out there to go to one of the best. So the founder of DoorDash. I mean, DoorDash. Yeah. Went to the school. Yeah. It's a feeder to Stanford. I mean, founder of DoorDash 1 year. We had a Supreme Court. Or like circuit judge. We had a lot of great alumni. A lot of great. It's a science. The son of Zoom, founder of Zoom. Really? His son goes to.
Jesus.
Dude, this school.
That's good.
This school. I mean, if you will go to the parking lot, you see like Maseratis, Tesla's everyone's favorite. Like me and my dad joked, is like we drove our 1997 Honda Civic to the car, and like we could automatically tell who belongs to you and who doesn't just by based on the car you drive, which is crazy. It was a crazy environment. I don't think it was the right time for me to make that jump into that environment, but I got into that school and I told my dad, hey, look, I got in. It's like, all right, I guess you got that's my exit ticket. So I came there with no return ticket. So I didn't know that I was gonna stay there. So they booked a ticket for me. They all left. They booked round trips. I had the one way. Yeah. And it was a rude awakening, but cool. that was my return ticket. Yes, nice. Sir. Came back and I've been bouncing around, man. From there then to Indiana, Purdue University. Shout out.
You were in Indiana?
I lived in Indiana for 1 year, man. Lived in Purdue, West Lafayette, Indiana. I know. Man, I hated that place.
For school?
Dude, man, there's nothing out there in West Lafayette, dude.
You probably hated it, yeah.
Dude, and people, so I love Cleveland, and people are like, shit, it's Cleveland, you know what I mean? But like, go live in West Lafayette, Indiana, tell me after you live in West Lafayette what Cleveland's like, all right?
There's people listening like, yeah, you're fucking right.
Yeah, all my West Lafayette people, man.
Hang in there.
Y'all make it out one day, y'all
legit.
Dude,
it's sad though. Like,
it's a college town though. It's like Cornell. It's a college town. You know what I mean? It's like a middle of nowhere. It's like Ithaca. It's kind of like that, but it's nothing, man. No. You know how to get there?
It's cornfields.
Cornfields. You got to go through 2 hours of cornfield. So you don't even fly in there. They have an airport. I have no idea why they don't fly to West Lafayette, but you fly into Chicago or Indianapolis and you take a 2-hour bus.
Really?
Dude, it sucked.
How'd you pick that school?
Man, they picked me. I had nowhere else to go. But my cousin went there, and so he was like, "Dude, like I'm going," and then I got in after him, and he was like, "I was like, let's go." That's cool. It was an expensive let's go though. I burned a lot of money, man, but I knew I wanted to get out, and that's how I ended up here, man. I transferred out, and
welcome to Cleveland,
dude. This is home now, man. Yeah. Cleveland has become home. I really do like it here, man.
It's not bad,
dude.
It's not bad.
It's not for everyone though.
No. Especially when you drive and people cut you off and give you the finger. I'm like, oh
man, it's not for the faint of heart for sure, man. Imagine those people who are from New York or Cali. They're like, man, I hate it here, man. Go for the fuck back home then. It's like you chose to came here. You know what I mean? Like that shit pisses me off. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, oh man, you weren't forced here. You know what I mean? You didn't send it. You're not on the army. You didn't sign a contract to go anywhere. You can go anywhere. Why are you here then? If you don't like it, so much.
Cheap.
It's cheap. I guess that is true, man. It is cheap. People complain, you know what I mean? Then people just say, fuck it.
It's not bad. I don't know. It's cool to check it off the list. To be like, I was in Cleveland. Like
it's
people live their whole life. They've never been here.
I guess that's a good point. But again, man, Cleveland chose me. Everywhere I've gone,
everyone's pulling you.
I have had no say in this journey, but I wouldn't change it for the world, man.
Keep it flowing, though, you know.
Yeah, man, but eventually I think that this will be settled. I mean, things could change, obviously, but again, I'm just going where I'm chosen to go. You know what I mean? I think there's a for what I want to do, and for the longest time I knew I wanted to be a doctor one day, and that's what I put my mind to, and this is a good place to be, and they chose me. Though. They chose me again. Whoever chooses me, you know what I mean? Like I'll love it to death, and and I'll stay here for as long as I can. If they'll have me, I'll stay. You know what I mean?
So make the best of it. Have fun. You have fucking good energy, so fuck. You
dude,
know what I mean?
I told you I'm a simple guy, man. I need medicine, and we got 4 great hospitals here. I need football. I need beer.
Football
and beer. We got the Browns.
Yeah. Have you been to the actual games?
Yeah, I went to the game last year, man. That shit was crazy. The Browns, man, like they're a bad team, but they have fun, man. Passionate fans.
Yeah.
Passionate fans.
Yeah, we should go tailgating one day. Maybe I'll come back next year.
Maybe I'll come to Chicago one day, man.
It'd be fun.
How far you live from Arlington Heights?
Not far at all. What? My soon-to-be place, 20 minutes.
Well, that's where the new Bear Stadium's going to be.
It's going to take a couple years, though.
You'll host me? You'll host me when I come over?
Of course.
Dude, I'll come, man.
I'm trying to get a mansion right now. It's going to
be with the money you're making, the travel money.
Legit, right now.
Get a mansion?
Like before I picked you up, I'm looking. I'm looking at like the pictures and like the price, and I'm like, fuck it.
Dude, I'm trying to get a mansion here. I'm trying to get a mansion in Cleveland. Well, when you come here, you stay with me.
Enjoy life,
dude.
Right?
Exactly.
Like, I might die next year. You never know. Knock on wood.
Nah, man. You got too many people who know how to save you. You couldn't even try, man. You know too many people.
But might as well. Why not?
Why not, man?
You know what I mean?
Why not go? Why not enjoy? You know?
One day I'll be old and boring. Maybe
man.
not.
Nah, man. Come work for me, man.
Sign me up. You'll be like application declined.
No. I always got I know the best CT tech in the business, man. I got
not the best. Top 800.
I would say one of the funniest. So at least we'll have a good time, man. That's all I need. I surround myself with funny people, man, and good energy. You know, what I mean, we just talked about it.
Just funny jokes.
Funny jokes, man.
Sick jokes.
Man. That's sick world.
I love it here. You get all the gunshots here in Cleveland. It's the best,
dude. Gunshots, stab wounds, man. It's a gun and knife club. G&K.
This guy last night, he was drunk, right? He got shot in the leg. He's just drunk, and I'm like, sir, you know me, I'm always chill. I'm like, sir, can you just like not do what you're doing? You know what I mean? Like, I just need you to sit still for like 5 minutes. I got shot. I'm gonna kill him when I get out. I'm like, all right, I'll help you, but you gotta do me one thing.
Oh man.
He goes, I got shot. Can you believe this? I said, yeah, I do. And then he finally stood still. We're about to move him back over. He looks down at his leg because he slid over, right? He looks at the table, and there's like there's blood. He looks at me and goes, I really got shot? And I'm like, yeah.
Like, what do you think, man?
Like the doctor's screaming at you, like, hold still, we need good pictures. Like, they're doing a runoff, so they're doing all.
Oh my God, they're doing the whole thing. Yeah, I asked yesterday what the runoff is. Now I understand what the runoff's getting, but that's crazy, man. Like, one of my family friends told me that if you want experience, man, come to Cleveland. Like, you get gunshots and stab wounds all day, and you get to see them.
The hospital we're at is definitely put that on the damn resume.
Man, crazy, dude. Yeah. And just like the fact that it's like right next to my school, which is even crazier. You know, there's like level 1 trauma center and then library like right next to it. It's like, kids studying to be doctors, and then you got like actual where that shit's going down. But the parody, like down Euclid Avenue, once it's Calvin Smith Library, and then you got fucking UHED, and you got like, do you know what I mean? It's so, and that's just like what life is, man. Like you got different types of things.
Circle of life.
Circle of life, man.
Yeah.
But then it's also the both other ways. You know, these guys never touched a book in their life, and then you're getting a shot.
Some of them are assholes. Like they're like mean. I'm like, dude, this is why you get shot, because you're very rude. Maybe you should try to be nicer.
Man, it just prayers, thoughts and prayers, man, for these guys. Dude, it hurts. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
sucks.
Jesus.
The guy got shot in the nuts the other day. I was like,
horrible.
Man, that's terrible.
It's terrible.
I felt his pain. I was like, oh man.
That's not getting kicked in the nuts, man. That's getting shot.
That's shot in the nuts. Jesus. That's not good. Like, you got a bullet in your ball sack.
That's insane. No way.
It's cool, but
no, I think
it's cool that doctors can fix that.
That's cool. Yeah, that's
cool. Like in like 10 minutes they're gonna go up to the OR
and they'll fix that.
It's so cool.
That's so cool.
And like, I think it's cool to be like a resident. Like you're learning. Like, fuck.
You can make mistakes.
It's got to be scary. Like your first procedure, first trauma, like you're scrubbed in. Like, like let alone like the Cyril Field shit, like doing all that stuff. Like, achoo. Like, oh, fuck. Like, what'd you do? Yeah. But the actual job, like, goddamn. And
imagine you got an itch.
Yeah. Like, no, legit.
They got people itch. They got people just saying to itch you.
We used to do that because I used to be in the procedures.
No way.
With the doctors, and he would be like, "Can you itch my nose?" Because you know what I mean. Or you'd be like, your glasses, your goggles fall down. You're like,
exactly doing that shit too.
Or fogs up. And then I'm like, fuck.
Imagine if you just had like Mexican for lunch. You got to take like a massive dump in the middle of the procedure. You're like, yo, you want to take it right now? I'm gonna go. He gives you all this shit. He's like, bro, can you finish this?
The patient's like, what the fuck? What's going on?
Imagine Jeremy scrubbing in for his surgery.
I better get a discount for this procedure. I smell shit.
I still get discount.
I smell shit.
Dude, I can't even imagine though. Like, you're like, yo, you want to stop? That's what happens in India though. They're not just like, bro, I gotta go, man. You want to?
Really?
Yeah, he just gives you that. Dude, it's a third world country, man.
I don't give a fuck. I need to shit.
It's a third world country, man, bro. But like they just, it's like, Jeremy, you can find yourself as a surgeon one day, having zero medical training. The guy just gives you this. So you want to finish this?
Really? Yeah.
What are we gonna do? Nature calls, man. What are you not? What are you hold that?
Keep him alive till I'm back.
So we got like 10 doctors on one case. Imagine,
He's in the bathroom on his
phone. Scrolling. How to do surgery.
Buffering
because it's not. Yeah, like I mean, what are you supposed to do? Like nature calls. You know what I mean? Like go to the bathroom with your scrubs.
No. The body shuts it down though. It's very impressive what the body does.
It is impressive when it's like trauma time and these docs gotta go to work, man. Mad respect, obviously, because
it's scary. Like. That's your butt.
Yeah.
Like if they die, you're the one talking to the family.
Yeah.
Like fuck. That's how I learned to be chill.
Yeah.
Obviously through like all my jobs, you learn. But I always said, I'm not the doctor doing the procedure, so I'm gonna be chill. Yeah. He should be the one most nervous. And he's not. If the doctor's chill, I need to be chill.
That's true.
Like in CT, right? If the trauma surgeon comes in and he's chill, what am I freaking out about?
Yeah.
I'm there for 2 minutes.
Yep.
Just do my job like I've been trained.
Yeah.
Get him out.
That's one of the most underrated skills is being able to compartmentalize, which means basically like focus on one thing at a time and not worry about anything else but what you do.
You need to focus.
That is honestly one of the craziest skills that one person. Oh, dude.
It's hard to learn.
Man, not only that, like, can you imagine personal motivation? Imagine if Doc one day is like, fuck it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm having a bad day. I'm lazy. If patient dies, patient dies.
Yeah.
And if you're a family, you got no say. You are powerless. Mm-hmm. If anything, it's all about how your luck. Did you pray enough or some shit like that? And you're thinking like, but that's why I remember shadowing a doctor. Yeah. And we opened the patient up, and he's like, okay, artery severed, nerve severed, tendon severed. It's like, yeah. It's like, let's fix the artery, fix the nerve. You know what? We're here. Might as well fix a tendon. I'm like, what? It's like you're here. I'm here. Nurse here. Patient here. And I'm like, there's doctors out there that are like, fuck it. You know what? Like, no one's gonna care. I'm like, damn. The difference between like personal like you get paid a lot of money to do what you do, and there's no oversight, no accountability to this bullshit. No one's gonna be like, you know what, like doctor could have fixed the tendon but didn't, or fixed the nerve and fixed the artery. But that's what differentiates good from great, or even good from decent. Because he cares. Yeah. He cared that day. He said, you know what, I actually have a heart in the, and you know what I mean, and like you hope every doctor can, but it's like not everyone does. Even your mechanic could not fix your gas leak, right? Or could change your oil, or not say something. But so in life, exactly, because he cares. So he'll say that, you know what I mean? It's not about a job, but he cares. Every personal motivation is such a big thing to me, too, because it's like, do you really just, you know what I mean, do the bare minimum, make money?
That goes like stitching them up at the end. Like
like the whole process, it's doing.
They're not going to know.
They're not going to know.
You're going to know.
You're going to know. And I feel like some people, even if they know, don't care. It's personal motivation right there. Psychology 101.
That was fucking Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs.
That was a quote. You heard that quote?
What?
I'm gonna butcher it, but this is kind of like the general summary of it. You know, he worked his employees very hard, right? He was very passionate.
Yeah, very passionate.
Look what they made.
Exactly.
But he was like, we need to make the motherboard like this.
Yeah.
And every week they would come in, and he'd be like, what the fuck? We need to make the motherboard like I told you.
Yeah.
And they were like, sir, like, it's gonna be in the computer. The customers are not going to know. He goes, we're going to fucking know.
Exactly.
And it's true.
Exactly.
I was like, damn.
At the end of the day, like, I think someone said that your character is real characters like when no one's watching. You know what I mean? Like that kind of like is so true. But exactly, guys like Steve Jobs who care deeply. Unfortunately, what happened to him, you know, got kidney cancer, pancreatic cancer.
Yeah,
at the end. And he had the best hospital, best doctor in the world.
Still.
Died. Horrible.
Got really skinny.
Really skinny. And he had this great commencement address at Stanford, I think. And this is the guy. He never graduated college. He went to Reed College. Shout out Reed College. It's a liberal arts school in Washington. Oregon, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's in Oregon. But he went to a small liberal arts college. He dropped out because he didn't have, I think it was money or something like that. But he still went to class. No one was checking. He still just showed up to the class. Smart, man. That's what my dad told me. It's like in Hindi, it's like Gyan sab jagah bach raha hai. It's from a movie, famous movie called Three Idiots. The movie's called Three Idiots, but it translates to knowledge is everywhere. It's free. No one's caring. Especially now. You know, you can go to a class.
This was on
crazy
YouTube.
Exactly.
So I have to go to school.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have to go. I mean, you don't pay a cent. It's free. Not exactly to acquire it wasn't, but to have that idea, it's tremendous. It's a true thing. People don't understand.
Yeah.
It's out there.
If you want to learn, it's out there.
If you want to learn, where there's a will, there's a way, but there's limitations that I feel like to that saying. But really, Gyan sab jagah hai, it's like kind of like, knowledge is everywhere. Yeah. It's true. There's classes out here. I mean, no one's checking rosters. There's introductory class, 300 people, 400 people show up.
I've been to a class once drunk, and I wasn't even in that school.
I mean, this
fucking DePaul.
And
DePaul in Chicago.
Oh, dude, exactly. DePaul. Yeah. Big ass school, city school. They're not fucking checking.
I went to my buddy's class, orientation, special orientation, right? The first day or two, they don't care.
Man, and there's people that use that for bad. This kid feels like he play pranks, Gideon, and go to classes and shit like that. And not hating on Gideon or anything. It's funny. Yeah. But they just show up and make a commotion because they're kind of abusing the fact that they don't check. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the fact that you pay all this money to go to university, that's to get a degree, obviously, because they won't. You're not gonna get a degree. You know what I mean? But you can go learn the subject.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be on your transcript. There's no degree. There's no graduation for you, but you still learn it. You still understand the basics of it, and maybe what you went there to see for that one day could change your life forever. Because
you may actually want to go do it.
Exactly. Or you could just do it separately on your own without going to college. College is becoming so overrated. I mean, obviously, to get into medicine, you have to get a bachelor's degree and then graduate matriculation. But in any other field, I guess maybe in law or something like that, or engineering. But
you can learn a lot.
You can learn a lot, which is what I'm trying to say.
Even in med school, though, you can still learn a lot from YouTube and stuff.
Man, I just think that just people people who want to go learn something, now is the time that you can learn anything.
Yeah, and you'd be shocked at what you want to learn about. You know what I mean? Even honestly, I always loved tech stuff.
Yeah.
But once I started learning this, I was hooked. I would get off at 7:30 in the morning.
Really?
Be awake to 2, 3, 4 p.m.
That's crazy.
And I got work at 9. Again,
that's crazy.
But I loved it. My head hurt because I was learning, but
It's been a while. It's been a while since I would say personally I've had that kind of passion for something to which I'd gone to that length. But it's exactly what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? That you're just running on pure.
Like in med school, you're gonna get a subject.
Yeah.
Where you're gonna be like, I just gotta keep going.
Keep going.
I mean? Hopefully, right?
Hopefully, one day I'll become an expert in something. You know what I mean? That I'll love something so much. Yeah. I'll go so far into it, and be the best at that. And that's what.
Yeah. Why not?
I want sports medicine, baby.
Dude,
the Browns, man. You can come holler at me in a couple of years, man. Yeah, man. That'll be a good time. Dope. That'd be a good time, man.
Be like time. Maybe get a ring.
Dude, get a ring.
I bet they do, right? The doc.
Yeah, you have to, man. Or like shout, you know what I mean? Like the guy who got Joe Burrow back, I think is Neil Elitroch.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, like there's only a couple of them. James Andrews, Neil Elitroch. There are only a couple of the top 5. I don't have to be a premier orthopedic surgeon. Hell, I could just be a primary care doc and take care of these guys. But hell, man, I'm keeping them healthy. I'm keeping them happy. Yeah. If I'm a radiologist to read for the Browns, we read for the Browns. So it's like
That's cool.
It's so cool. But that's what drives me, man. I know what I mean. There's certain things that drive everyone.
Yeah.
That's just something. I gotta find more hobbies, man. But I feel like I got my 3, man. I got medicine. I got football.
Beer.
I drink it.
I'm gonna grab more beer.
Yeah, but I can't do all 3 of them at the same time. Is that Amazon too?
I got you.
So is that from Amazon?
Well. No. You like it?
Oh, I love it, man. Neon lights. Neon. Did you say Amazon, right?
No, that's not. I don't think so.
That's sick, though. That's actually sick.
It's kind of cool. Yeah. Oh, I'm back. Sorry. Had to get my cardio in,
2 steps.
I always had a fascination with radio and media.
No way. You got the good fascination, man.
Old school stuff, I meant. Like, I love how, like, when radio first came.
Yeah.
And, like, TV back in the day was, like, 5 channels.
Yeah.
And Johnny Carson was the host of the Tonight Show. And every day he had a monologue. And back then, 5 channels?
Yeah.
Everyone would watch him. And back in the day, he was like the last thing you would watch before you went to bed, right?
Yeah.
Johnny Carson, his monologue. Like, good evening, folks. Have a good night. Stay blessed. See you tomorrow. You know what I mean? And I love that stuff.
Really?
That you never know the effect you have on people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just entertain. Like, we were talking about the one Power Ranger guy. He committed suicide, I guess, allegedly.
Yeah.
But, like, fuck. Like, every time we lose people, I'm like, man, we could have helped a little bit. You know what I mean?
Suicide's a really bad, big
sad
thing, man.
But that's a huge thing nowadays, or it's been a huge thing. And, like,
this is my public health knowledge coming in, but suicide is now, like, cracked the top 10 causes of death in America. It used to not even be on the top 10. Now, recently it has, which is crazy because you got, like, cancer, heart attack, lung disease, COPD, all those things up there. You got suicide.
Yeah.
Like, don't quote me if I'm wrong. It's top 5.
It's like, huge though.
Crazy.
Social media and stuff, man. People are watching stuff. People are watching people comparing their life to other people, but like you can't. You have to applaud for people, but you can't compare yourself to people. You know what I mean?
It's a sick world, man.
It's a sick world, man. It's true.
It's sick. It's sick, and there's positives and negatives to everything. There's been so much that's helped, but there's also been so much that's hurt, and it's all about balancing it out. And it sucks, but like it's called cognitive dissonance when you got 2 ideas in your head that both can't coexist at the same time, but you have those 2 ideas. It's like something being helpful and something being hurtful, but it is, right? And we won't know if it's helping or hurting until the long run or until the end.
Yeah,
which is kind of crazy. Cause I'm talking about specifically like COVID and you know what I mean, like isolation, the mental side of it. You know, like physically, great, you didn't get COVID, but shit, you got depression, anxiety,
and you kill yourself.
Exactly, and you kill yourself. So, hey, man.
Versus going to the gym, being in shape, eating, having vitamins, drinking water.
Yeah. Living life.
Yeah, Florida lived their life, and they were fine. You know what I mean?
I think Florida's a great case study. I don't know if that was.
Well, people died, but they were a lot of old people. In Florida,
I mean, you die from different things, right? I mean, either you die from COVID or you die from the depression or anxiety that you get from isolation. It's a trade off, or you know what I mean, or COVID hurt a lot of people and helped a lot of people. Mm-hmm. Shit, Amazon made a lot of fucking money delivering when people were at home, but now look at them. They grew big too quickly. Now they're firing everybody. So no one's job safe. Twitter, that's a different one, but they like Elon just fired everybody just to be a dick, right? But I mean, Amazon fired a bunch of people. Facebook fired a bunch of people. Meta,
Nike's Netflix. You see Nike?
What happened to Nike?
Nike, not recently, but I think it's overseas. All the factories.
Oh yeah.
There's nets. Did you know this?
Well, no, nets about what?
There's nets on the outside of the building.
No way.
Because employees keep jumping off.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because the working conditions are so bad.
That's crazy.
That they're going to the top and jumping off committing suicide.
Wow.
So there's nets to keep people from dying.
That's crazy.
That's the thing.
I love Nike though.
Me too. Shout out to Nike.
Shout out. Well, one for Nike. The crazy
but you know what I mean, though. Like,
but I agree with
that's real life.
The point of it is, it's real life. Is these corporations are making a shit ton of money, and I guess humans just they're to their mercy.
Mm-hmm.
Like those chicken factories where they got Tyson and shit, where they gotta like process chicken. You hear about those? The people got piss in their pants and like piss in a bottle because they can't like, leave the assembly line. I mean, it's a thing. It's you know what I mean? Like
fucked up job.
It's a fucked up job.
It wasn't in a job description.
It was like 5 an hour, 4 an hour, something like that.
$5, but taxes.
$2. I mean, you can't tax that. Like shit. Like
it's tax. I'm sure it's
there's
tax.
no way.
I'm
sure it is. But like,
like what the fuck?
Your take home, like you actually lost money today. Like you
made $60 for 2 weeks. Like we're going out.
Man, I mean, $60. What does that buy you a caliber? You can't even kill yourself with that money. Like you can't even buy a gun and shoot yourself. Like I mean, poison costs.
You got one bullet.
If you fuck it up, if that gets jammed. Fuck, that's 2 more weeks of hell, and then you gotta kill yourself. Like
your friend dusts it off, puts it in his gun.
That's fuck. I mean, shit. What's the $60? You can't even buy poison in 60. You can't even buy enough drugs to OD off $60. Like that's.
It's amazing what people live on.
I mean, I wouldn't say live. I would say have to get by with, or like have to exist on. I mean, it's sad. It's a sad deal, but I mean, that's the great sin of our country.
Like in India, do they pay well?
I mean, depends.
You need a good job.
Depends. There's no minimum wage. There's
no,
no, man.
Oh shit!
It's a country of 1 billion. They're way over. You know, India is less than America. They're way smaller than America in terms of size, but they have 1 billion people. It's almost damn near 4 times.
So there's always work. A workforce.
There's always work.
People doing work.
I mean, yeah, you can hire people to clean your house, do the dishes. I mean, all that type of shit. But I would say more people in India are happy, which is kind of crazy. You know what I mean? Even though, like they're not making a bunch of money, but maybe usually don't see like. Depression, anxiety, I'm sure it exists, but I don't think it's a way lesser deal because in India you have bigger families, you have a lot more people. It's a lot more. I would say I've seen the sad part of it, and obviously the homelessness, the poverty, but I've also seen the good that comes from it, which is family.
Family's huge.
Family's huge, man. Like in India, and especially in Indian culture, quite similar to Hispanic culture too. Like it's a lot of family, man. Everywhere outside of America, I would say majority of places outside of maybe not Europe, but you know, Asia, dude, like it's your family. You have big ass families, and you know you get together and it's generations. You know what I mean? And you even in America. I'm not to say that doesn't happen here in America, but like I would say there's a greater emphasis on it.
Yeah, especially if you have no family. Yeah. Like hopefully your life is going good because when you have no family, if it goes bad, it's like
it sucks. I mean, I don't think people at 18 are like, I'm moving out. You know what I mean? I would think it like cool, good for you, man. Like you know what I mean, you're 18 years old and you want to be on your own. Like,
it's a good thing, but it's hard.
It's hard though. Like, and I would say, why would you do that to yourself? It's way easier to have a relationship with your family, your parents, your siblings, and you know, because that's what gives life meaning.
People rather suffer.
That's what gives life meaning. What is life without people? I don't understand in any job exactly how you can get by without or being alone or not. You know, what I mean, having
people around. Thing.
You can people make family with their coworkers or their stuff like that. I'm trying to say like, it doesn't have to be the ones you're related to by blood, but it just has to be someone. You know what I mean? It just has to be a friend, a roommate, a coworker.
Sometimes a friend is even more than your family. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Sometimes a friend can become more than family. Yeah. It has to be anybody, man. Like I don't understand how people just don't reach out or how people are so isolated. Like I mean, it's a fucked up thing. Take these school shooters for example. Like these are really deranged people. Like these people don't have anybody, or they might have family, but they don't talk to them or friends, or they're just completely estranged from society, completely just removed. Like I mean, they're just not in the fabric of society. And if you understand, if you're going to be a constructive member to the society, like you have to be woven into the thread of the society, which is like working with people. There's no job in which you don't work with people, right? And that's I can't think of a job that doesn't work with people. Yeah, I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to think, but
no, it's huge. I think people are selfish and they don't understand the benefit from talking to people.
Exactly.
They think they're either better than you or maybe they're not as good as you.
Yeah.
Or, you got both levels.
I mean, it's all relative, right? There might be, do the introvert versus extrovert thing. I think it's fine, right? But I'm trying to understand, like, in what situation. I just can't think of it. Maybe you're just more sheltered or shy or whatever you call it like that. But still, there's still somebody that you gotta, talk to. Or
you can work on it though. I think I used to be shy.
I mean, there's a difference. So someone told me one day, the difference between an extrovert and introvert is just your social battery. Extroverts, their social battery gets charged when they're around people. Like me.
Okay, yeah.
I could be tired. If I'm around people, I get charged. There's introverts that being around.
Let's go,
man. And then there's introverts where being around people decreases their social battery, so they get tired. And they
really,
yeah. That's the difference. It's not that extroverts.
The brain.
I don't know if it's a study or it's just
it's a
better
to keep up.
It's a better explanation than like, oh, extroverts like hanging around people, introverts don't.
Yeah,
that doesn't explain why. The social battery, it explains it.
Yeah.
Extroverts, their social battery gets recharged, whereas introverts, their social battery gets decharged. Specifically about me, you know what the Sunday scaries are, right?
Yeah, you told me about it.
I told you about the Sunday scaries. Yeah. Essentially, when it's Sunday and, you know what I mean, you got to go to work on Monday, you got to go to school Monday, and you're by yourself.
You're
and,
freaking out.
And you're freaking out. You're like, fuck, you know what I mean? Like, shit, like, I got to go back to real life now, or I got to go back to work, I got to go back to school, you know what I mean? And party's over.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's my personality. I could, you know what I mean? So
you used to have them?
I still do.
You still do, yeah.
So when I'm not around people, and when it's just, and that's something I've been working on personally, is being alone. There's benefits to it, certainly. Like everything's a balance in life. Everything's a balance in life.
Yeah.
There's some people who love their alone time, who wouldn't trade it for the world. You know what I mean?
It's a balance.
It's a balance. But then there's some people who like, I could go straight from. I wouldn't miss a beat if I went straight from class to the party. You know, if I'm at the party with my backpack, I wouldn't miss a beat. You know what I mean? Like, because I just like people that much, and I just don't want to be alone.
Yeah. No, for me, you need alone time to work on yourself.
I guess that's the
which will make being with people even better.
Even better. I guess that's something that's something you taught me, man. Like I'm working on it. You know, I'm trying to learn that being alone, you get to reflect,
takes time,
learn, grow from that. Because if you're not alone, then you don't get that opportunity. You're always entertaining other people or being entertained by other people.
Yeah, if no one's there to entertain you, you gotta entertain your damn self. And like I'm not saying entertain meaning like dance like a monkey. Yeah, I'm saying
about, like, keep yourself occupied.
Keep your brain entertained. Yeah, to promote positive growth, positive movement, and positive emotion.
And you need it
to go do something good.
Yeah,
but then with that, you attract
other people who are like-minded.
You know what I mean?
Who are of similar interests and stuff like that. Oh yeah, for sure.
You seek it. You go out there and like you get more jobs. You get more
opportunities. People like you, man. Like,
why wouldn't you want to do that?
Yeah, why would I mean? Yeah, I agree, man. Like, how much easier is just life when people go around and be like, oh, I like that guy, or I like that girl. Yeah,
I always say it's like a fence, right? Yeah. You got literally a thin fucking fence, like a thin fence. You got this side, you got this side, right? All you gotta do is jump over the fence.
Really?
Climb over it, jump. I don't care how fucking high
break
you can it. Underneath it, like El Chapo,
the tunnels,
or tunnel through it.
Or about that El Chapo's trying to get out of prison.
He's probably out already. He's probably a fake person.
It's probably El Cheapo.
I ain't been here for 9 years.
Yeah,
but no, you gotta get to the other side of the fence. Yeah. And to some people, it's like the longest trip ever, but it's not. You just gotta jump.
Just jump.
And
you know, if I ask you how high, run how fast.
Yeah.
Study how long. Work.
I don't know, but we're gonna figure it. But you gotta figure it out. You gotta go yourself.
You gotta trust blindly, man.
Yeah, and you may not jump the fence the first time.
Or you might get stuck on the top with your underwear.
You might get stuck. Yeah.
Or like
might be barbed wire.
Barbed wire. You might die.
But you'll never know if you don't jump it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you just stay in your own yard.
It's that story about the guy. And have you heard about Plato's? I think it's Plato's. I forget the word, but it's his Plato's. It's a story basically. Yeah. It's his story about three guys who are I'll figure the word later, but who are blind basically, or who are tied up in the cave. Mm-hmm. Plato. Oh, it's called his allegory. That's the word I was looking for. Plato's allegory. An allegory is basically like a story, but it's essentially about guys who have never been outside of this cave. Either they're tied up and they're inside a cave, and all they know about the outside world is this guy who comes into the cave and tells them, there's this big bright sun outside, and it's glowing, and it's hot outside, and there's green grass, and there's I mean, I'm kind of like paraphrasing here. I don't know exactly. Remember
and
they're
thinking about it.
They're thinking about it. It's that idea that they have in their head about the outside world, but they've never experienced it. How can you convey to someone an experience they've never had simply through telling them. They've always been tied up and they're shackled and they're just inside this cave. And I think one of them eventually gets to go outside of the cave. And that's all this experience about being told when you're tied up in the cave about something that you've never experienced before. It's hot, it's the sun, it's beautiful out there. And then actually going out and experiencing it. So that's kind of what you were telling me about. You don't know if you never jump. You don't know if you never experience it. You don't know if you ever, how can I just take you for your word? You know what I mean?
Once you jump, and you're like, oh fuck, you're like laid out in the because you jump so goddamn high, you're laid out in the other yard. You look up, but there's other fences.
Really, that's a good one too.
I personally, you go, oh, there's another fence, and then you're like, all right, let me jump that one. And then you jump over and you rip your underwear.
Yeah.
But then you look up, there's another fence.
Yeah.
And then you're like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
There's a pattern to this. If I just keep jumping, I'll just keep
going.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And then I'll help other people jump the fence. Like, hey, come on. Come this way. Like, life is good.
Life is good,
and I know the grass isn't always green on the other side, but, like,
that's a good one.
You got to jump. Like, I'm not here because I hated Chicago.
Yeah.
I love Chicago. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a difference.
Exactly. There's a difference.
I didn't go travel because I hated my life.
Yeah.
I was making great money.
Yeah.
Housing, I was cheap. It wasn't that much.
Living at home.
Yeah, family, friends, party animal. Like I got a bunch of people back home, and they're awesome. But I jumped for myself because I was too comfortable. Yeah. I was learning my job. I was good. I was like, all right, like I feel like I'm all right. Let me go jump. The Army, right? I jumped.
Yeah, man.
I made a couple jumps and like
not knowing how far or if you'll die from the jump or you know what I mean. Like,
but if you jump because you're not happy, then you're gonna probably bring that with you.
Yeah.
Like people who move like states, I know a bunch of people are like, I hate Illinois. It's too much money, and they move and then they go to like
was it Iowa? Nebraska?
They go somewhere cheap, and then a year later, I hate this town.
I'm going back. Yeah.
It's the mindset. They program themselves to be unhappy. It's true.
I
think it's true.
No, it is true because I know that's a phenomenon, man. That's conditioning right there.
You condition your mind to be positive or negative.
Yeah. It's a powerful thing.
It is. It's huge.
It's huge, man.
It's like fucking placebo effect in medicine.
Exactly.
Take this pill and it's nothing.
Yeah.
But if they believe they're going to get better, they probably do.
It's all about. Actually, I'm learning all about that right now in epidemiology. But that's
really
dude. I'm taking a class.
I can't spell that word.
It's study of people, man. It's epi upon people, man. Study of disease upon people. Yeah, it's epidemiology. But
cool.
Essentially what it gets down to is the study of like diseases. Yeah. And they do a lot about, how to quantify disease. Yeah. What is a disease? How much of a disease is in a population? How many people have the disease? How many people are on disease? How to count. Because you'd be surprised. Counting is tough depending on who has the disease. Did they get it before or after? Did they die from it or not? There's a lot that goes into it. And then there's study design. There's a part of the disease, you know what I mean? Like, how do I run a research study, basically? So how do I figure out, what's the best study? But you're right, man. Like, we're learning about the placebo effect in a randomized control trial. You have people who are, randomized. So randomized control trial. You have an experimenter who assigns people to groups. There's an intervention group who gets the drug, and there's a placebo group who doesn't get the drug. But you're right, man. It's a strong effect. There's some neuroscience behind it, but there's actually been studies, and we can talk about the validity of the studies, but it's a real thing, man. Like, believe it, and it's gonna happen.
Do you believe if the patient has faith that it will faith in like religion, do you think that it promotes them to get better and better?
Dude, I'd be so interested if I'm a researcher, and if there's any reseachers listening, I don't know there are because I'm a Case Western Reserve, and you guys need to study this and hear me out, right?
Yeah.
If there's people, and they believe, it's a powerful thing, and I don't know the science behind it or whatever there's behind it, but there's got to be something out there that there says that people who are happy or more optimistic or whatever, like, they get better. It just makes sense. And why wouldn't it? You know what I mean? But there's people who are depressed anyways.
Yeah.
I guess someone told me, kind of like where modern science ends or where modern medicine, psychiatry begins. It's kind of such a funny thing.
True, though.
Because psychiatry is all about the unknown. No one knows about why, ECT works on depression. Why
it's not science.
It's
right?
not science. It's literally not science. It's literally how many people think psychology is a science. It's not. It's a social science. It's like it's in the same category as economics and sociology. Crazy.
Yeah.
People think psychology is a science. It is not.
No, you're not gonna get a direct answer.
Not
you don't know. We don't know yet.
This is all works of guys who were on fucking drugs. You never heard of Sigmund Freud? Yeah. He was a heroin addict, or was like he was a cocaine addict.
Freud.
He made all these stories. Yeah. He was such a great influence in this field of psychology while addicted to drugs. Yeah. William Stewart Halsted was one of the best surgeons America's ever seen. Yeah. He was the guy who made rubber gloves. He was the guy who practiced antiseptic surgery. He made popularized anesthetics. He was addicted to cocaine. Yeah. So it's just like there's no like I feel like there's black and white to everybody. There's there's no good people versus bad people. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. There's something inside everybody, which is so interesting.
The ones I've been watching lately are they're getting big into day at work. And I was talking with a coworker. There was like 2 other people there. And I was going over all like the natural stuff, like do you exercise? We were going over like depression, right? Like, it acts up. It comes and goes. I wish I can get a better control of it. I was like, do you exercise? What do you eat? Do you sleep good? Do you think positive thoughts? Do you all that shit?
Because everyone wants a drug. They want a quick fix.
But that person wasn't even listening to me. But the other person was like, I take this pill. And they're like, what is it?
Yeah, exactly.
What do you take? And I was like,
yeah, literally what I mean. The quick fix. Yeah.
It's like,
what the fuck?
You don't, do you really care? Like, there's a lot of natural shit out there, like herbs and shit. And like, I think if you spend some time, I think there's an actual thing to it. But these people just pop the pills and they're like, I feel better now. I'm like, no, you're a zombie now.
You're a science experiment now.
Yeah, like.
I'm the type of person who I would like to take the least amount of drugs that I need to. You know what I mean? Like shit. Like you know what I mean? Like I just don't know how it works, and I'm sure that's one of the miracles of modern medicine. Obviously, you don't deny life-saving drugs, but wherever you can, you try to limit it because you don't know like how it can fuck with you.
Pain meds are huge. A lot of people get hooked on that shit,
dude.
Versus like
a friend. You
have a friend,
hooked on the pain. So she was a kid. She was a child.
Really?
Had some rare neurological disorder where her nerves were constantly firing, so she felt like she was always in pain.
Really?
They gave her opioids as a kid. Got her hooked on opioids as a child. So it's very...
she's still on it?
No, now she's better. But she had a bad doctor, and basically they prescribed her these opioids, and she took them, and she was addicted to it. Opioid. And that stuff as a kid, like, you know how that fucks with you for the rest of your life. And so I'm all... I mean, you can't tell people how they want to live their life.
No.
Can't. I mean, there's gonna be all types of people from your rednecks to your, to your SJWs to your libertarians or to your. But how you appeal to them is I think is a trick to life. How being able to understand what they want to hear. Yeah. Being able to talk to them in the way they want to be spoken to. Sales. Yeah. I had a coach who told me I'd be a great politician. If I didn't want to be a doctor, he said you could 100% be a politician because I just know how to like sell people shit. Yeah. He told me you'd be a great car salesman or something like that. Like,
well, if you're passionate about it, people like it. Like if I'm selling you like a fucking piece of paper, and it's the best goddamn piece of paper in the world, you're gonna be like, oh, you don't really need it, but you love how the other person is selling it. It's the energy that comes with it.
Yeah.
Like yes, because you know what? Like the pen thing or this vape. If I give you this vape, even though it may run out, you're gonna remember like this shit came with good energy.
Exactly. You remember? So, going off that, I as a kid, you know what I mean? I didn't understand what going out to dinner with the family, what that signified.
Yeah.
It wasn't about the food. It wasn't about spending money on the food. I was like, what are we getting? I was so concerned about, why are we going out? Why are we spending money? Why are we getting food? It's like the experience, getting to sit down and eat together, eat a meal, whatever it is. The time that you spend, the energy that goes into it, positive building blocks. Yeah, those kind of things are so much more important than, and this is just what comes with growing up and maturity and aging. And I don't think that you can tell anyone this. You have to learn about it. But valuing those kind of things, right? Valuing those, it's the moments, these experiences, right? Because eventually that's what all you're gonna have. I can't remember anything else.
You know how much pizza I bought this contract?
Really?
Bought a lot of pizza for people.
Oh, really?
But it's not about.
Where's my pizza, man?
I gave you that one pizza.
Oh yeah, you did. I did my pizza. Yeah, you didn't get pizza.
No, but
I got you that cake, man.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. It's my birthday.
That's a cake, man.
It was good cake. It was good as fuck.
October 3rd. That's a sick birthday.
Where's that from?
The secret, man.
No, but what I was saying is, I learned that it's not the money is money. I get it.
True.
But like, it's what you're bringing. Like the trauma team. Oh my god, they ate the shit out of the pizza.
Really?
And I brought candy one day.
Really?
Their life is hard.
Yeah.
Like their job responsibility.
Yeah.
If I can make their responsibility or their how they feel a little bit better, winning. Right? It's not about me anymore. It's about them.
True, which is why I agreed, man. That's one of the most personally satisfying things.
I'll go broke, but hey,
true.
You know what? But it all comes around in the end.
It's fulfillment. What do you get fulfillment for?
Karma.
Exactly. Karma. Good karma, good fulfillment, good people.
Yeah.
And then off of
shy.
You like you shy?
Yeah.
Dude, you asked me why I work this job? You're around good people, man. Like,
yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. Like, I learned so much just being around people. And they pay me for I would do this shit for free.
Yeah.
If you told
volunteers. There's volunteering.
You guys in the red shirt? I'm so
guys in red shirts.
I'm so lucky. I'm so fortunate. I'm so blessed.
Yeah.
That I get paid for this shit.
For this,
I do it for free.
It's on your resume now.
It's on my resume. Shit, like I get to, you know what I mean? I get to meet you.
Yeah.
So many people that I could like. Shit, I need to like. If I come back and do my residency here, like shit, like I'll be able to show my badge, man. Like, look, I was here, dude.
The doctors know you.
I was like, shit, dude. Like, I worked. I put in my effort. Like, I fucking did my service here.
And you're just gonna get better. Like next year, you'll be better. Hopefully,
man.
But you will be.
Hopefully, like I'll be learning.
You gotta layer it.
But they're paying me to learn, which is
they're paying me to learn. See,
crazy.
I'm still a new tech. I've been only doing it for a couple of years. I'm still learning. Versus 20 years tech. It's beautiful.
Life is good, man. Life, and that's what.
Cheers.
Cheers, man.
Cheers to the empty cups.
Cheers, empty cups, man. But that thing, I think it's gonna be a one of those things that I'll look back in 20, 30 years and be like, hey, man, like I remember fucking Jared Bear.
Yeah.
I remember Jared Bear told me, and hopefully, man, like we'd have a good business by then. But the things I learned, the lessons that taught me, which is what it was like to be in a hospital setting around good people. What I'll remember it for sure. These are the days that hell I made mistakes, but I learned from them. I learned from them for sure. It made me a better person.
You'll remember all the good and bad.
Yeah.
And then, so I was a transporter for 8-9 years, right? I still remember.
Yeah.
Everyone was cool, like, hey, you're cool, you're awesome, you're gonna do good in life.
Yeah.
But I also remember the people
are
like,
fuck you.
What are you doing? Yeah. Like you're making $10 an hour. I was making $11 an hour.
Which hospital were you at?
At back home.
Memorial?
No, back home in Arlington Heights, actually.
Really? Wow.
I worked right there.
Was it a big one? It was a big hospital?
Yeah, it's big.
What was it called?
NCH, Northwest Community.
Oh, really? Wasn't Cook County?
No.
Is Cook County in the city?
Cook County's in like downtown.
Oh, really? It's like downtown?
Cook County's by United Center where the Bulls play.
Oh, really? No way. That's why they probably take like the injured Bulls players
too. Yeah.
That's
crazy. Probably.
Or like United Center, yeah.
Where I was my first hospital. I'm just like you.
Yeah.
It was my first experience. I was 18.
Really?
And I was like, oh god. Like I used to get so scared to walk into an ICU room.
Yeah.
Like there's family there. I'm like, hello, like
yeah, exactly.
Like I'm here to take your family member for CAT scan.
CAT scan.
Like I was nervous, but then 8, 9, 47,000 years later, I'm still a transporter, and I'm like, but you get good at it.
That's crazy. You did transport for 9.
It paid off. So like, the other day you were tired as fuck because I was so busy. But
so tired.
I didn't tell you, but I was thinking in my brain like, it's worth it.
It's worth it, man. I've never seen you tired. That's the one thing.
It's worth it.
I've never I'd be putting my hands on my knees and head down, and I'd be like,
I'm tired all the time.
I got like 1 hour to go. I'd be counting down the minutes. You know what I mean? But shit, like
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
10 o'clock. 30 minutes left.
Shit, I'd be like that, but I've never seen you skip a beat. Shit.
I get tired all the time.
Man, I'm seeing you get tired, but you don't show it. Either you don't show it, or you know how to deal with it. But
yeah, you learn how to deal with it.
But
you learn how to deal with it.
But one of the first times that patient after patient after patient,
I don't get tired with that.
Crazy that there's no stopping to this bullshit. No. We joke.
Here's very busy.
We joke around with the one patient an hour. That's a joke.
We
joke, but like in my mind, it's funny because we're like, let's slow it down. One patient an hour, one an hour.
Zoom out.
Yeah.
We're on a rock that's spinning in the galaxy, right? Universe.
Jesus.
Zoom back in. What are we freaking out about? Think about it.
That's a good perspective, man.
We're spinning.
That's a good perspective.
Have you heard? There's a comedian. He's got a skit, like a 5-minute skit.
Yeah.
He goes, zoom the fuck out. We're on a rock that's spinning. It makes no fucking sense. And it pretty much zoom means what I'm trying to say is zoom out, and I learned to look at things as the big picture. And you start to get better at it, so I don't freak out at work anymore.
Yeah.
You never see me like, oh my god, there's a 45 traumas. No, yeah. I'm gonna do it, and we'll be fine because life is good. Yeah. And what I mean by like zoom out is like there's a bigger thing than just you.
Yeah.
And like we have a team. We all can help each other.
True.
Like we're gonna be fine.
We don't have to do this.
One patient at a time.
Yeah, one patient at a time.
Maybe one at a time at a fast rate.
Right.
But we're okay, and you can't freak out because then you make mistakes.
True.
I learned to just chill the fuck out, relax. Treat each patient as a new patient. I introduce myself to every patient.
You do.
Yeah,
it's crazy. I see you do it.
A lot of people don't do it.
I feel we should all like smoke a J before we work. Just like chill.
I wish.
We should just like literally shove anyone who's freaking out. Just shove a J in their mouth. Be like, smoke this.
It would help. It would help. Man. Patients too for pain.
Yo,
I'm no doctor. But
I'm no doctor. But yeah, chill the fuck out, dude. Like chill. Like chill.
It's a lot of the time. It's not.
I'm learning, man.
A lot of the time, it's not about the pain situation. Like we're talking. I'm talking bigger picture now.
Yeah.
So like a lot of the time, it's not about the pain situation. You're not treating the pain situation. You're treating the whole picture.
Yeah.
Their unhappiness, their depression, their whole life.
Man, shout out Dio, bro.
Yeah.
That's where that comes out of, man. But it's a true thing, man.
And when you develop a bigger picture, you can take care of the smaller picture better.
That makes sense.
You know what I mean?
That makes sense, man. I'm just waiting though. Like my time will come, but you're right.
You build. You're like 43 years younger than me.
Nah, man. I would say I don't look 43 years younger.
Yes, you look. I wish I could grow a beard, bro. This is like 4 months.
Come on, man. That's 4 months. No,
I'm just kidding.
No, yeah, I shaved it recently, but like down here. But
I saw your baby picture. You had the same beard.
Why did you show my baby picture?
I'm just kidding.
You're right, though. I did. Coming out the womb, man. with a beard.
You like this?
I was a big baby, man. Big baby. No, I was gonna say like.
Is it a boy or a woman? Or a girl? It's a man.
It's a man.
It's a man.
You see that kid the other day?
No, I wasn't there.
Dude, that was a tank.
There's a fat baby?
Fat, big face.
Big face?
Dude, his cheeks were like, his head was heavier than his body. Head was leaning all over the place.
Really?
Dude. This kid took 4 shots of Versed. 4 shots. That's a sedative, man. He took 4 shots of Versed. I think they gave him so many like different drugs. Like this kid's just been off drugs his whole life. Like
really?
He's just he's resistant to it.
And he was still hyper?
And as soon as we were done with the scan, he shut the fuck up.
Did his head fit in the holder?
It did, but like it only took 1 towel, which is crazy. Only barely, and you know what I mean. It's still like the towel was like all the way on the edge. The funny thing is like this kid was like still moving and shit, but after the scan, he passed the fuck out, which is the funniest thing ever.
He's tired.
I mean, like he was moving around. We gave him so many drugs, but then really, dude. After the scan, now you're still like, now we get, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I was like, scan his ass again. Like, you know,
it takes a lot of calories to run that body.
That was a 20-pound baby, bro. Jesus Christ, fucking bowling ball.
Yeah, there's no baby carriage. It's just a car. Like,
I mean, they were like yeah, no. I mean, yeah, he was bigger. Yeah, he's like exactly. But then there's crazy though, like hopefully he's all good, man. Like I know, like I mean, hopefully he's all good, but that was a big fucking.
I missed it.
You missed it, man. Hey, but I missed the kid. I missed the person that got shot in the leg. And, like didn't realize that
it was good though. Like the situation was fine. It was all dramatic.
It was just funny.
Yeah, I was chilling with him and.
Who's the funniest? We got some funny patients, man. We got some good patients.
I had one. Oh, you weren't there.
Really? Was that here? Or UH, or was that?
Yeah, I had one the other day. She was probably 68.
68.
And you know me. Hey, how you doing? You know, she looks at me and goes, "Can you get on the? Can you get in here?"
Oh
with
yeah,
me?
No, you told me. You told me.
Yeah.
It's like this patient's like, oh, I'm loving all this male attention. We were like 3 of us, like me and Caleb, trying to like get her onto the.
No, it was a different one. What? No. This.
Oh, is it? This different lady.
This older lady goes like, "Oh, you smell good. Can you get in here with me? Come closer."
But you remember the one I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
She was like, "Oh, I'm loving all the male attention."
Yeah. Hey,
shit, dude.
Kudos to them. They're natural. They got their mojo still.
I would agree that. I think that's like exactly like they're good. Like we know that they're set. Like they're still them, which is what I appreciate.
Yeah,
like,
I should go work at the nursing homes.
Really?
And old ladies, they be like.
I mean, old ladies. What they got finite amount of years to live. They don't give a fuck. Like they're all like, they're like shit. Like it's now or never.
I had an old lady once. I was like, how you doing, ma'am?
Yeah.
When I was transporter, she goes, if I was 40 years younger, I would get up on that. I was like, damn.
Damn.
You're honest as fuck.
Honesty, funny as fuck. I appreciate that though. I would say that kind of stuff is what.
I think your mojo is what keeps you alive.
Your spirit. Right? Your spirit. I believe in that.
Horny ass women are old. I love it.
I love that. It's just a good laugh. It's just, you know what I mean? It's like it's a refresher. It's no fucks. You I guess after doing this shit for so, like, I haven't been doing it that long, but every time it's just a job, but then it becomes like, oh, these are people too. You know what I mean? Like, they're not machines. They're not fucking, they have emotions. Most of the time these motherfuckers are either drugged out of their mind and they don't say anything, or they're like, fuck you, fuck this hospital, fuck this place. You know what I mean? Like, dude, there's nurses who say that shit.
Just let them vent.
Let them vent. But then there's people who are like, I'm like, oh wait, you're funny, or like you're like, you know what I mean? Like, you're a good time.
It makes a difference.
It makes a difference.
The one guy the other day, because I'm usually trying to be quick, right, with all my jokes, and
you have to.
I'm getting them out of the machine. I said, sir, you're probably one of the most photogenic people I've ever seen from your pictures. Yeah. And he looks at me, he goes, that's a new one. He fist bumped me.
That's a new one.
He's been through CTs before, but he's never had someone actually tell him that.
Tell him like he's funny.
Change it up. They don't want to.
Sure, they don't want to be there.
I've had a CT once. It's actually it's scary.
You
yeah,
had a CT?
I've had with contrast and shit.
Really?
Yeah, when I was younger, I don't know why I had it.
Yeah.
Had high blood pressure. The doctor's like, let's see what's going on. But when you're on that table, it's scary. You don't know what this fucking pictures are gonna show.
True.
Us, it's easy. It's like, oh, get in there, do blah, blah, blah.
Facts. I've been sensitized to it. I've been like, oh, everyone gets a CT. Fuck it. You get a CT. You get a CT. You get a CT.
Why I'm good and why I'm not tired is because I put myself in their shoes, and I understand that, like, it sucks to be in their position, and sometimes they get cancer and shit. It's like, fuck. Dude, so let's have fun while we're here. Let's have a good time if they want. You got to read them.
You got to figure out, like, if they're down. If not, then we only here for 2 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a speed dating, man. You see it for 2 minutes.
I'm just happy you're here. This feels good, no?
Yeah.
You feeling good?
I wish we could give him like something else besides contras. Like, we gave him like good feeling meds,
like tequila,
like pump him with something to give him a nice feeling. I mean, fuck, why do we gotta give these people like painful meds? I guess
it's not painful.
You
just feel warm.
Yeah, but like, what if we just mix some like good feeling drugs in there, like PCP or something? I don't know.
The doctors do. They give him morphine.
Oh yeah, they give him morphine. They give him like Dilaudid or some shit. Like,
that's
ketamine for depression. Man, they feel like they're floating.
Do they give them that?
Ketamine is an FDA approved treatment for depression.
Isn't it fentanyl?
Fentanyl in like low doses, basically, like in like controlled doses, not those shit they get in the street. We're talking.
It's bad now. You heard about it?
Well, dude, that's because it's like unregulated, or they don't know how much concentrated it is. And they give you like, I think someone told me at the hospital it's like 1 to 50 in terms of like fentanyl to water or something or some shit like saline or something. I don't know, but the street you go to the street is like super concentrated. It's like 50 times what you would get in the hospital.
And just a small amount, you die, right?
I think it's a myth. I think that there's like, oh, if you get a little bit on you, like, you're gonna die. I feel like it depends if you like get it up in your like. Yeah. Depends how concentrated. Obviously, depends on concentrated. Like, that's just like slowing you down. But the medicine behind, the science behind it is still interesting. But I mean, people just how stupid you gotta be to do fentanyl though. Like, I mean, why would you take drugs from that? First of all, that you don't know what's in them. Yeah. You get it. It's a different thing if you get it from a dispenser or your store or
it's regulated.
If you get it off the street. I mean, you're taking a risk. You're gambling with your life. It's the same with Prohibition, man. When they had the alcohol, you know what's in there. You know how clean it is, or you're risking it. Mm-hmm. And let's see, it's on you. I mean,
hey, it's all good, man. Feeling good?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm gonna go pee real quick.
Go pee. I'll grab you a beer.
Grab me a beer, man.
We'll grab you a beer. Don't worry. Baby. Get some exercise. I'll fly you into Chicago.
Fly me in, man. If you fly me in, I'll come, dude. But
I'll fly you in, legit. If you're ever off, I'm like, 100%.
I'd love to, man. I love this. I love doing this shit.
Sounds good, though.
Sounds good. It's so satisfying, dude.
Yeah,
it's personally satisfying, dude. Just like hearing yourself and shit.
You know what it is? Me and Damon do it all the time. We're practicing. You know, obviously you get better at it, right?
Yeah.
It's hard. It's a skill. It's like a thing.
What, just talking?
Yeah, like obviously we don't have like a plan, but I think you probably would later on. You would have like not a script, but like an idea,
like talking points.
Yeah.
Some of my most favorite people are podcasters. What we listen to all the time. Yeah. Like, I emulate. I try to be like them, and I feel like they have the best job in the world. They're passionate about what they talk about. If you do this for a living, man, you have it great. You have it.
I think, like.
You have such a platform.
You know,
people listen to you.
You know, I think it'd be cool. I think like like Rogan. I listen to every day.
I'm talking about like I listen to the Pat McAfee show. Hundreds of people listen to Pat McAfee. He's a football podcaster. So his takes. I always tune in just to hear what he has to say. Mm-hmm. So and I feel like it's not for everybody. Not everyone could make a great podcaster. It's people who have great takes. Yeah. Great entertainers. Great minds. Great personalities, and you are interested in what their opinion is. You want to know what they have to say. It's also a lot about how I consume my entertainment, how I learn a lot of things. It's through them. Yeah. They're funny. Yeah.
Not to shift it dark, okay? Yeah. Okay, since you're here, I'll give you the background of why this exists, right? Yeah. I don't know if I ever went over it, and it's not going to ruin the night. Yeah. But it's a sad thing, but it's a positive thing, right? Yeah. So the reason I was in New Jersey, right, for a contract.
Rutgers.
Yeah. And I came back because it was in the summer, right? I was like, the summer's coming. I don't want to be in Jersey alone again. I want to come home. You know what I mean? I went there for 3 months. I want to come back. One of my best friends, George, right, since kindergarten.
Oh, I think you told me.
He passed away, right?
So sad. From what? He was a big kid, right?
Just sick, man. Yeah, something bad, But we were so funny. Really? We were hilarious together. Really? We had a cue. We knew each other. We said dark shit, but that's funny. We would one up each other on trying to get each other offended.
That was your best friend.
One of my best friends, George, since kindergarten, man. And,
that's crazy. Since you were fetuses.
Like we moved in together, and we were like brothers. We fought, but we also went out and we enjoyed our time together. You know what I mean? Like my apartment, I had 2 lawn chairs, a little TV, and some beer, and we would just talk. And then watch funny videos. Yeah. Maybe go grab a cigarette, and we would go to the bar, and like this, just hang out. We didn't need anything. Yeah. We were cheap, and I was in New Jersey, and we both watch podcasts. Yeah. We got different tastes, but he was funny, and he goes, I was like, we should just start our own. Yeah. Like we're stupid together.
We're funny. We can make people laugh.
Yeah. If you've seen our Snapchats, they're people ask me like, were you on drugs? Like, shut up. Like, I probably was. Yeah. But I came home because we were gonna start our podcast together, and unfortunately, it never got to happen. And I think this was about this in this room existed for about a month now. Really? Not even.
When did George pass?
George passed in. What was it? I think it was July.
This year?
2 months ago, 3 months ago.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's new. Yeah.
Jesus.
I was like,
that's tough to hear, huh? Yeah. How'd you find out?
I was with my other best friend, Brian, who's back home. I knew Brian since 5th grade. Shout out to Brian. You motherfucker. But Brian's my other best friend. Yeah. And we all knew each other. We all went to the same
school.
Elementary school. Yeah. Not even high school. Elementary school, man. And we always used to party because me and George lived together, and then Brian would come over and party, and we had the best time ever. Yeah. And we went out. I talked to George. It was, I think, Friday night, and then that night he passed.
Oh, no. Yeah. In the hospital or just?
At his house, man.
His house.
Yeah.
Do you know?
I think it was a bleed or something. Jesus. Something happened. He was complaining of like stomach pain.
Oh shit!
For like a month.
He's passed his house.
For a few weeks, I think he was complaining. Yeah.
Horrible, man. And to lose a friend, I personally
was sad. Yeah.
Personally, haven't been through like that, but dude,
man. I have never been through it either. It was my first time. Knock on wood, Yeah. But
lose someone that close to you.
His father called us. I was with Brian at breakfast, and his father called at like 11 a.m. Really? And they have the same name. It's just junior and senior. Yeah. And I thought it was George calling. I was like, why is George? Like, we never call each other. We just have Snapchat. Yeah. Like, and then I answered, and then I heard, he told me what happened. I was like, what the? Life changed.
The last time you talked to him, you never thought that'd be the last time you talked to him. Yeah.
Last time I talked to him, he was at my house.
Yeah, it was crazy. You'd be like, hey, I'll see you next day or something like that. It's like
he looked very sick, and I said, you need to get in the gym. You need to start taking care of yourself, man. Like I'm not the most fit person in the world, but I still go to the gym. I still have a mindset of, all right, let me eat a little bit better, cut down on drinking, basic shit that you probably should do. And I was like, just go to the gym, man. Just go 30 minutes, walk on a treadmill, basic shit. And he started doing it the last week, and then
oh no,
he passed, and we never got to do the podcast, and then
I'm glad he did it, man.
It sucked. And then a few weeks ago, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do this.
It's actually sick though, because like I started doing a podcast with my cousins, or my cousin and my brother. You know VJ, so I started doing a podcast with VJ and Sue. She was my cousin, and we weren't regular with it. We started back in March, but so fun, man. Just to sit down with the boys.
It's good.
See him once in a while.
I wish I had more. See, I don't have the cords and shit for your brother. I wish he could have came.
He was a funny guy. You like him, but dude, like. It's sick, man. I'd love to fly, dude. Fly out, shit.
I'm gonna fly you out.
I'll show up to Chicago, man. Yeah. I'll just show up, man.
I'll have the whole this will look like nothing.
Really?
Compared to what I have it all in my head when I go home.
Dude, I'm thinking about what I could just visit, dude, a weekend or something. I'd be like, hey, man, I'm flying out. Like, fuck, dude. This for life now, man. No, you found me.
Call in sick. I'll send you the money. Just tell me how much you'll make for the weekend, and I'll send it to you.
That's probably not a lot, though.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. Good. Better for me. Cheaper. I'll add $10 to it.
$10 to it. You're good, man. But yeah, dude, I'll do it one day. We'll go out for drinks. We'll podcast.
You'll love Chicago,
dude. I can't wait, man. My ex lives there. So
shit.
We won't see her though. It's fine. She lives in a different part. But yeah.
Now there's not. We're all on the phones now, right? There's not many times where we get to just talk.
You don't.
And it's true.
One of the coolest. Seriously, one of the most refreshing things I've done, man. Thanks for bringing
this is the most we worked with each other for 2 hours.
Yeah.
This is the most we've talked for.
Yeah, because we don't get a chance.
Hour and 34 minutes.
We don't get a chance to.
Yeah.
But it's refreshing, dude.
It's good on the mind.
It's good on the mind.
It's stressful, personally, from my side of it.
It's fun, dude.
Not in that way. It's stressful to learn how to produce something like that.
Yeah.
But it's my first video. I'm like this. I'm touching myself.
Yeah.
I'm like this, and I was like, oh man, but you learn. I love drinking, but you get better. I see how people have been doing podcasts for forever. 10, 15 years now. 1,000 episodes.
What gets me interested in is that they find fulfillment for themselves doing it. They don't care who listens. We'll put it out there. But shit, it was fun making it.
It was a good time.
It was fun making it. It was a good time. You learn. You get to talk. Hell, we would do this regularly. If we were mic'd up, we'd just be talking and drinking. But it just gets more fun when you do it. When
and you get clever at it. You get better talking points.
And shit, there's people who would consume it. You know what I mean? Like there's people who want to know what we have to say. People you can't talk to. People that you'd want to be like, oh, you should come on. Yeah. You should come on. I know friends who just be like, oh, come on the pod. Come on the pod. Yeah. We talk about sports. We can talk about anything.
Hang out, drink, and chill,
dude. Like. It's
Man,
fun.
You would love my buddy Akash.
Really?
He loves sports.
Dude.
He went to Ohio State.
Really?
Yeah.
That sounds like a
You would love him. You would love him. He's huge in
dude,
sports.
Really? Shit, dude. Cook County? That's what I'm doing residency. Hey, Cook County?
No. There's like 30 hospitals in Chicago.
Memorial, Cook County?
Yes.
Call me up. Hey, line 408-368-7108. That's Cook County.
You can fucking live in my mansion.
Dude. Fuck, man. I live in the hospital.
I just want to make everyone's life easier. I just want to...
I see you, man.
I just want to make everyone's life a little bit. Like 1% easier. Right?
Rush, man. You go work at Rush.
Rush is dope. The fucking Butterfly Hospital. I'm right there. It's on the medical district.
Hey, you got to give me a tour, though. When are you going to work in Cook County? I'll come extend. I'll swipe in.
I start in 2 weeks already.
You serious?
Yeah. I just finished my drug test and all this shit.
No way, man.
Passed.
Good for you, bro. Good for you. They're lucky. They're lucky they're getting a good one, man.
Yeah. It's fun.
UH, hear me out, man. You're losing a good one, but
dude, UH
is lost.
They've been so nice, man.
Hey, man, we'll
miss
you.
They were so nice.
Hey, if it wasn't for, you know me, man. I'm here for school, so I'll always be here. Cleveland, Chicago ain't far. I'll take the Amtrak. Fuck the flight, man. Amtrak's like what, $40?
Not fly in first class.
You're good.
I got you for real,
dude. I know. I appreciate it, man. I'll show you. I'll show you one day. And we'll go to a Bears game.
I love Chicago. The energy in Chicago is beautiful.
We'll go to a Bears game.
Yes. Yeah, let's go, yes. And then with my friends too, added energy,
dude. You know me, man. I'm an energized bunny. That's what my friends describe me.
I got a few friends who are they're going like your route, med school, and they're in Chicago for school.
Chicago, was it like College of Osteopathic Medicine? You know what I'm talking about? CCCOM?
I don't know about that.
But it's a College of Osteopathic Medicine. There's a lot of Chicago. There's Pritzker. Yeah. There's Rosalind Franklin. There's
my friend's in Rosalind Franklin.
Really?
I think he just finished.
Dude, it's a great school.
He just placed.
Really matched, right? What specialty do you know?
I think general
internal medicine, or gen surg, or internal medicine. Yeah, that's what my
still fucking dope, man. Like I was at that college. I was drinking.
Rosalind Franklin, really?
Up north in the Great Lakes.
Oh shit, man. Were you here with that guy we saw yesterday? Who had you were there. He had the Great Lakes Brewery
t-shirt. Oh yeah.
We
said, what was that?
It's a brewery.
Yeah.
That's where they make beer.
You were so excited.
I told him it's beer school. Teach you how to make brew beer. It was like a class of something. I said, enroll me.
Well,
enroll me.
it was the best thing that I love doing is so the nurse or the X-ray tech, right? She pops her head through the door.
Yeah.
Because we know it was shift change. We were talking for a little bit.
Jeez.
And the nurse pops her head through the door and goes, "He's mad.
Who's mad?
He's waiting too long." So I was like, "Fuck." The best thing ever is to take someone who's mad and he was fine.
Really?
He was good. He had a good time.
Yeah.
You have to be stern. You be, "Hi, how's it going, man? What's going on?" And usually they forget.
Yeah.
They might
what they're mad about. Yeah.
They might bitch but I make a joke. You know what I mean?
They lighten up. Or hey, man, it's a skill.
Yeah.
It's something
it's a skill.
It's something that only certain people can do it. And I don't think I'd want my neurosurgeon making jokes. Shit. I'd take, you know what I mean? I'd take my CEO neurosurgeon and have him just be a book nerd and not talk.
You want him to be good.
You want him to be good, right? But shit, maybe if I'm, if I'm talking to my general doc or if I'm just cracking, I'm checking that
make
shit.
Your day better.
Yeah, make your day better. Part of it, personality-wise, don't be someone you're not, but be someone who you are. Everyone brings something unique to the table, and you need to. That's why diversity is so important. You need the book smart guy just as much as you need the personality guy, just as much as you need
balance.
Balance, man. Like, I don't want a bunch of just beer drinking, football watching guys, but I also want a couple. They're fun.
Mm-hmm.
Shit,
when you're building your team later, you need
imagine the guys who go on astronauts who are spaceships.
Shit.
Imagine if they don't like each other. Imagine if you don't have the right mix of personalities, right? If you don't got a funny one,
it's hard.
A smart one, like an important, what I mean, like if you don't have a good mix, you don't have anything. You're not gonna get anything, and you're stuck on the space shuttle. You're not going away.
That sounds like a lot of jobs.
You need a mix, man.
A lot of jobs I've been to, just
you need a good healthy.
They're
mix.
there to work, kind of, but they don't have fun.
They're not fun.
No one laughs.
Like
people we work with.
You know how many times I laugh? How many times you and me both laugh? We're just cracking up, just literally just like losing our shit, and it's funny.
Why not?
There's no rule that you can't laugh on the job. Like shit.
I'm not on the table. I can have fun.
I can make fun of it.
One day I will be, and then I'll still be laughing.
I'll be like, it's a good time.
It's tumors.
Fuck. I'm fucked. Hey man, I'm fucked. But it's you know what I mean? Like, I think that's my personality. Like, I'll say I squarely know that comes from my dad. I know he's a tight.
Is he funny?
Funny dude.
He's funny.
Dude, we drink sometimes. We get together. He loves having a good time.
Ash Junior or Ash Senior?
But no, he's where I get my personality from. I'm a splitting image of him, man. He's a smart guy, works hard for sure. But oh man, he's the best to be.
Really?
Around. The funny stories, man. I remember growing up. That's my personality, dude. That's like where I get my people skills, where I get everything from. It's just I know where I come from. Yeah, dude, he's smart too, real smart guy, and I know exactly where it comes from. Yeah. I don't have to look far. Apple don't fall far from the tree, man. Yeah. That's exactly.
Oh no!
They really don't. It really don't, man.
Hear that, Mom?
And I can say that for sure because he's man. Just funny stories, Just anytime I have something funny, I tell him. You tell me, and still experienced guy, and you know what I mean, like we just have a great time. That's a great time.
Born in India.
He's born in India.
When did he come here?
97. 97 he came here. I was born in 01, and so that's
a 01?
I know how old I am.
01? I was born 88.
Jeez, man. Hey, 88's a great number.
88 is good.
It is a good number, man.
01?
Double eights, dude.
Jesus.
You're not that much older than me, man.
Not even 00. You're 01.
Dude.
You're like the beginning of a new tech.
I was Gen X, Gen Z, or whatever.
I don't know what I am. Beginning,
but I was the generation where they had a lot of kids.
Yeah. They're all fucking.
It's every generation. All fucking, man. A lot of parents.
Fucking is good. We need more of it.
Not fucking, man. We need. They figured out how to get more people pregnant, though. People who couldn't conceive now because of medicine. Fuck.
Musk is having like 9 babies a fucking month.
He's new Genghis Khan, bro. It's like some shit's like everyone's related to Genghis Khan, something like that. That's crazy. I mean, yeah, dude, he probably had like 1 million kids or something.
My buddy was Genghis Khan. He's from Mongolia. That's one who went to Rosalind Franklin.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Too
many jokes.
Beard baby.
Too many jokes. Sick world.
Sick world, man.
Can't
tell. That's the hashtag, bro. That's the take. Sick world.
No, I think naturally I developed like just being a comedian about stuff because like do I mean it? No, but like I would make jokes about you how many times, but make jokes back.
I know.
Like I don't take offense to
nothing. Me neither, man. It's a personality wise, dude. Like we get along obviously because we have that personality. Yeah. There's some people who like might not be the most fun to work with or the most shit, but like they might be the one you need to work with at the time. But I feel like there's not the. You know what I mean? No one's forcing you to do anything. You're there because you want to, and inherently that's fulfilling. Inherently that's satisfying. But that's why you get that. That's why you can make any situation funny. You can
It just sucks. It would suck to be a person that no one wants to work with.
Man,
like fuck.
Like what do you gotta do to like piss down these people off?
Like hopefully you're good at your job, but I know people are not good at their job and
they're bad to work with.
And you don't want to work with them. Like
and you've met some funny people, man. Like
I met a bunch all over the country,
dude. Like that's what you remember. You remember the personality.
You
remember like, oh shit, man, they were a blaster. I remember I might have worked the hardest, but had the most fun doing it, bro. Like sweating, my feet are hurting. I want to leave, but man, did I not have a great time? And I would not have traded anything else to do it. You know what I mean? I would.
Because you enjoyed the suck together.
I enjoyed the suck together, and it was quite honestly, it was fun. And you'd be surprised things that people think are not fun, but that are fun. You know what I mean? Just like
if it was crazy,
busting your balls, busting your ass, that's fun.
If we both were like dying, like busting our balls, but we would enjoy it.
We enjoyed it.
Keep each other going.
Something that you have, man. You're in the army. You know more about this than I do. But shit, you went through some fucking tough ass times. But
in the military, they call it embrace the suck. You have to embrace the suck.
Yeah.
Obviously, this sucks, right? But let's make the best of it.
Someone else told me it was like, don't chase your passion, chase the journey.
Yeah.
Because if you're just going on passion, you're not gonna enjoy the journey. Because you're just looking towards the end, the goal, right? You gotta enjoy everything that comes with it, and you gotta enjoy that more than you do the end goal, which is something I've learned more, man.
Yes.
I thought I could just wake up one day, be a doc, just you know what I mean, just put that white coat on and say, hey, I'm here to help you. But I was carrying like 5 fucking coffees for everyone yesterday. I had to bring food for everyone. Shit, I was literally the intern. Cause that's my job.
Where?
Dude, yesterday I bought for X-ray and for CT.
Really?
I bought literally.
I heard you talking the other night over there.
I was bringing. Yeah, I was talking the other night.
Stay later.
I was
gonna pop my head in. Like you, motherfucker.
That's my guys. I mean, that's my brother. That's my brother. I bought coffee, but like shit, I had to pay my dues, man. Shit, when I'm older, I can tell the younger guy, be like, go get this for us. You know what I mean? Like shit, they want to learn from me. You know what I mean? But I was the youngest in the room. I'm not sending my seniors to do that shit. Like even now, like I'm in classes. There's kids who are older than me. Shit, I'd still do it because I'm younger. You know what I mean? I respect my elders. Mm-hmm. I'm not here to you know what I mean? I respect the process, dude. There's a lot for me. I still got a lot to learn. I still got a lot to grow. And I think that's forever. That's forever. I had to balance 5 fucking venti coffees in one fucking thing. I'm scared I was going to slip. Really? I was going to fucking drop like $30 worth of coffee. And then I had to like, no, but I did it. And then I brought everyone's coffee. And then I went back and I got everyone's food and I bought it back. Oh. I was extending.
And
I was still on the job. But I enjoyed it. I think people want to jump. People just want to get to the end. Too many people, and I hope I can help someone who's listening right now that just wants to get to the end. You know what I mean? Wake up one day and it's there, right? No. But you'll be better for it if you enjoy the journey. If you
100%
enjoy what it takes to get there, you'll remember that more than you do when you get to the end. And when you get to the end, because that's all you have at the end. It's the end. There's no more after that. And so you're like, shit, like I've gotten everything I want. It's not fulfilling anymore. And maybe I'm too optimistic. Maybe I'm at the start of the journey, and maybe that's why I'm looking forward to it.
That's life, though.
Man, dude, I'm so pumped. I'm ready to go. Like, shit, dude, let's start med school. Let's get this thing rolling. Like, I'm ready to learn. You know what I mean? Like, fuck basic science. Like, dude, let's start learning. But I sometimes I gotta take a step back and be like, dude, this is a journey. It's a process. It's a process. Like, but you gotta learn through the process.
That's life, though. When you're like 90.
Maybe, man.
Like, good for you. Hopefully, we make it to 90.
Yeah, hopefully.
But like, that's the end goal. But like, hopefully, you enjoyed the journey. Hopefully, you didn't go through your whole life not enjoying the journey. Because that's what makes you depressed.
That's what makes you depressed. And you won't get to 90. Here's the thing. If you didn't enjoy the journey, you won't get to 90. It's one of those things.
You just got me goosebumps. Dude. So I just went back like life. Because it's my last 6 years, I've literally been enjoying the journey. But that's why things keep happening.
But it's hard to just say that. It's hard to just enjoy the journey. You know what I mean? Like you say it, but like people don't do it. And I feel like people don't realize what if it's all the journey? What if there is no end? You know what I mean? Like what if people think there is a beginning and a middle. What if there isn't? I'm starting to think about that. What if
the more you enjoy the journey, the more you keep pushing back the end.
Maybe that's a good one. Maybe just delaying the end.
Like the more I'll just say money. The more you chase the salary, the more you enjoy the journey, though, the more you keep pushing your salary up.
Dude, I was gonna say, because you said that, like, that's one thing I'm so grateful for my parents, man. They said that, like, don't ever worry about money. They said that just go learn. They never told me. They never ever made me worried about school payments. And I went to some of the best schools in the world.
Don't worry about that.
They said, don't worry, man. Like, you'll get the money eventually. Shit, you gotta be a resident. You're making barely nothing. You'll make the money. You learn now, you make the money later, and you don't need more. Enjoy the journey. And exactly, I like that definition. You keep pushing over at the end, because once you get to the end, it's sad.
Yeah, you don't want the end.
Maybe there's not another journey you got enough time for, or maybe maybe it's video games, right? Maybe you got different journeys, right? Because, like, in video games, there's like a main quest, but then there's side quests. Maybe you'd like do different side quests, but maybe at the end, right? You're at the top of the building, and it's sad because you're like, shit. There's no more else to go. Either I jump from here and I die.
I think that's why they say that being an ER doctor is very depressing, because or it can be depressing because a lot of people get to the top and they think a certain way and go, I'm still not happy. But I made it to the top.
You ever play the game Temple Run?
No.
The one where you run and the stairs behind you are falling off.
No.
You never played that game, dude?
Maybe, I don't know.
That's such a popular video game. It's on an iPhone where you have to, like, swipe. It was like you run and there's like obstacles, swipe right, swipe left.
I need to download it.
Thing is that the game is a great analogy though. In life, you just keep going, but the stairs behind you are falling, and then unless you dodge, you're gonna die basically. And so you got to keep going, but there's no turning back. There's no back. There's no, like, you can't. That's why the basically the meaning of the stairs falling. Yeah. The message behind that is that you can't go back. You can only go forward. So that's the way I think that it should be. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I don't want anyone to listen to this thinking that I have it all figured out.
Perfect looking.
Perfect. Not even, man. I still got a long ways to go in terms of, like, being healthy, working on myself. But I'm starting to say that ideally what I'd want to be is being able to, like, not worry about the past, or not, like, the stairs falling is is a symbolism for not being able to go back. That's what you can only go for, or dodge the obstacles and forward, but there's no back. There's no back button. There's no reverse, because that's how aging works. There's no going back. I mean, maybe in science they'll be able to discover one day, but technically, I'm still a big believer. There is no going back.
I'm 10 years older than you.
And there's no going back, man. There's no going back. But the funny thing about it is that I feel like I said before on the pod that I still feel like I'm young. I still feel like I'm a kid, but I still feel like I have a little bit of more experience, because you said I had to grow up quick, man. I had to live on my own, so I still feel like I can say that I'm a little bit more mature, a little bit older, in that sense. But at the same time, like, just we keep going, and going back to the main point, the journey. It's sad when it's over, because then again, it's sad when I don't want anything to end, and I don't want it to ever be over.
I think No, the more you enjoy your journeys, the more
journeys you
have, the more you
get out of life, man. So, like, what's the point? Because, like, zoom out, we're just on a spinning rock.
This is life right now, right here, enjoying time right now. This is life.
But then I'm also overthinker. I'm also a perfectionist. I'm also like, opportunity cost with this minute. Where else could it be? What else I could be doing? But I'm trying to not be that, because there's, in my head, I could have been doing so many things in my life, like If I wasn't I'd be a hell of a football coach. One day I'd be a hell of an NFL player. Maybe, man. I'd be a hell of a general manager. I feel like I still could be a hell of a player. Maybe.
Med school's a good base.
Med school's a good base. I can do whatever I want after. You know what I mean? After I retire, I can still go in the NFL. And I know there's a lot of things I want to do after I'm done, or after. Well, I'm still a doc. I'm not gonna let that life consume me.
Shout out to Alex. Alex was a resident. He just finished.
Really?
He's now actual attending.
Really?
But he told me, he goes, I'm not for radiologist.
Radiologist.
He goes, yeah, I'm not, because me, I was like, oh, you moving back to Florida after? He goes, yeah. He has a family and stuff. He's young. He's like my age, 34, 35. He goes, I'm like, oh, you got a job lined up? He goes, yeah, but not in medicine. I'm not.
Really?
I don't want to do this. I'm like,
what's he doing?
I'm like, what? Like,
yeah.
He goes, oh, I want to go into politics. I'm like,
that's crazy.
That's cool, but
he's a medical doctor, but
yeah. But in my brain, I was like, wait. You went through all this schooling
just to
do, but like he's got a bigger vision. Like,
but the goal exactly. He's got a bigger. But what I'm trying to do is trying to merge my interests, football and sports and medicine. I can do it.
You can do it.
Here's the thing, like I personally, for me, I was gonna say is I get fulfillment from that. It's everyone in your life. It's what you get fulfillment from. It's people get fulfillment from their job, from
you
their
would
family.
love Akash. You
really?
You wouldn't shut up about football.
I would just. It just fills me up, and at the end of the day, it's what makes me happy. And there's different things. You know what I mean? Like, again, I don't think every time you should be happy. I feel like there should be adversity because then the happiness is even
you need
more.
sadness.
You need sadness. You need it. But eventually, things that you go back to, things that you rely on, things that
sadness is beautiful. I love it.
It's a lot of good has come out of a lot of sadness. I mean, fuck, dude. Like,
embrace it.
Embrace it, man, because it makes you better. But again, you can't have too much of anything. Too much sadness, you get depression. Too much happiness, you're not. You're just fucking.
You just build off each other.
You're just a fucking retard.
You're like a pinball. You just
keep bouncing back.
Keep bouncing off each other, and eventually, hopefully, you're bouncing forward.
Forward, man. Yeah, that's a good analogy.
It's true though.
It's
true.
Man.
It's definitely like you just gotta. You just gotta stay. It's not bullshit. I know a lot of people are like, you Mr. Happy all the time. Those people are not happy, guarantee you.
True.
I can name you 5 people right now off the top of my head that are who fuck with me. Who are like, oh, they try to like find a hole, which I got a lot of holes. Not like that, but they try to like prove me wrong. They try to prove me wrong, and I said
deficits,
but you don't gotta be negative. Like,
what do you get from putting other people down?
Nothing.
Exactly. Nothing. What do you get from making other people feel bad about themselves?
Nothing.
You're an asshole for doing that. If you do, you know what I mean? Like it's you're literally just.
I think it's a natural thing. I think we all do it, but I think if you identify it, you get better at not doing it.
It's in the moments to make yourself feel better about yourself, but you have to understand there's ways to do that without putting other people down.
Especially in front of other people too. That's terrible.
It's horrible.
We all do it. We all make mistakes.
Yeah.
But like naturally, like
I'm talking about like perfectionist. Like I would say in an ideal world, this is what I want myself to be. And we're all working on it, but I'm just putting it out there. You know what I mean? Like, this is what I'm striving towards. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to be. One day, there's a lot of things I want to do. It's a finite amount of time. Do it, man. Shit. Why not?
I'm at the point now where I just want to teach. I think
there's another thing I get from
I want to teach. I think anything you do, you have to teach it. Like, if you're a janitor, but if you're a good fucking janitor, teach it. No, for real.
Yeah.
If you're a doctor or teacher, whatever you want to do, teach it.
Teach it, man.
I think that's life. I think that's a circle. And, like, giving back, like, that's nothing better.
Maybe other people's lives better. Yeah.
Yeah, there's people who need, like, the money I'm making. There's people who need it more than me. They got families. They got, like, 45 kids. And, like, they're good dads. They're good mothers.
I want them to help themselves. I want them to understand that there's ways they could do, they can do something that can help them, but they don't want to, or they don't know how to. There's things that can be addressed, simple things that just annoys the fuck out of you sometimes because you're like, this is so preventable. This is just something that if people just didn't know, or if they found out, they'd be able to fix it.
But it's like a thing though, right? Like, do you try to help them, or do they have to figure it out for themselves?
That's another good point, man. It's not our job to be Mother Teresa.
You try.
Maybe everyone who comes in front of your face, maybe you don't go out there, but maybe it's your duty upon anyone you see to help them. And if everyone took that attitude, they'd be able to help everybody. Because everybody sees somebody, and if everyone took that attitude that it's my job to make the person who I see better, then you can fix everyone. You know what I mean?
I think hopefully it's natural that you try to help people, that you actually give a fuck. But I think I'm learning.
Some people don't give a fuck. Yeah.
No, I'm learning that I'm still gonna try to help people, but I'm also learning not to take it so fucking seriously. Yeah. Because I got a lot of shit to help myself with, but I'm also learning that like we're talking about networking. If you have 10 friends, but they all make fun of you, and they're all not doing shit with their life, it's okay. But the hard part is to be honest for yourself. Yeah. Is to go, maybe I need new friends. Yeah. Or maybe not new friends, but new network. And I'm learning
better circle. Yeah.
Yeah, a better circle in whatever you're trying to fix. Like, there's people who are fucking driven out there, and you just gotta meet them.
You gotta meet them. People with similar interests. You just gotta meet them.
Yeah.
But in that sense, as we progress towards that, it's hard not to compare. I think comparison is
in which way?
Is really tough.
To other people?
Other people, yourself, what you were before, what you want to be in the past. comparison.
It's hard not to compare.
Yeah, it's hard not to compare, but comparison could bring you a lot of sadness if you realize that there's a lot of deficit. If you again the allegory, I go back to Plato's allegory. The guy in the cave, he could be fulfilled, content, happy if he never left the cave. But no, the part of him is if he goes outside and what if it's not to his expectation? Mm-hmm. What if it's something completely different? What if it's if it's better, it's great. But what if it's worse? Yeah. That could leave him even more damaged than if he never went outside the cave. So again, when I say comparison, right, comparing yourself to others, comparing yourself
in
to
which
yourself,
way though?
In any way,
financially.
I mean, in any way,
physically,
in any way,
family,
and in any way, just comparison, like everything. I think the answer is it depends. It comes down to a balance, and it comes down to eventually, what works for you. But it's interesting to be aware of it, to be mindful of it. That comparison could be helpful or it could be bad for you.
I think it's good to see where you want to go, and I think to get a role model is, and to compare like your life can bring you closer to where they are, and where you want to be.
Yeah,
but you have to cut that off when you're looking in the mirror. And you have to be better than yourself, right?
Exactly. So what do you do when you're alone? Exactly. That's
Me?
What I'm trying to say. Like, no. I'm not saying you, but I'm just saying in general, hypothetically, generally, what do you do when you're alone? Like when you're not comparing yourself to others, when it's just you. Life wasn't evolved to be like that, but now we are alone. Now we are, individual. And some people aren't like myself, but some people are, right? How in that moment are you supposed to go forward? That's just so interesting.
Silence is the best, I think.
You think so?
I think it's a big part of growing, and yes. Yeah. I know a lot of people who've never been single. They've never been on their own. They've always had people. They've always had people helping them. They've never actually had to fucking figure shit out for themselves. Really? I'd rather go be homeless now than mooch off people.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know. There's a big thing with just working on yourself. A lot of people go through their life 60, 70 years old, and they never actually took time to work on themselves.
Wow.
I think so.
That's crazy.
I know people.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm like, wait, you're like double my age?
Never been single, yeah.
They've never been single. They can't. They don't know what to do.
They know what to do.
They don't want to be alone. They always with people. But they don't help themselves. And like a big part of I think it depends who you are, right? But I think it's like you got to work on yourself. Like it just makes you better. It makes you more stable. If you make fun of me right now, I'm all right.
Yeah.
Like I don't care.
Dude, you're teaching me, man. I'm learning. I'm learning to be better, dude. Yeah, baby steps, as you said, right?
Baby steps.
Just keep growing one day.
I make mistakes at work all the time.
Yeah.
The number one thing that I get, which I appreciate. I was in Jersey, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to Jen. How you doing, Jen? Nice MILF.
Nice
MILF.
Nice.
She just looked at me and went, because I went to travel after 6 months in my job.
Really?
It's not long at all.
Yeah.
So I went to Jersey, like.
So you were,
not knowing stuff.
Yeah.
Or just not having experience at things that I have
having to meet people
now.
On the road.
But when you jump into a new team, especially in my, you see our job.
Yeah.
Like, there people are like, they're just trying to see what's going on. Do you know what you're doing? Do you know this machine? Do you know? Just blah, blah, blah. And I was very honest.
I didn't know.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I have no issue saying I have no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And I remember Jen, shout out to Jen again. That Jen was cool. I remember her telling me, that's impressive. I said, what do you mean? She goes, not many people can admit that they don't know something.
True.
And I said, I don't know a lot. I said, we're going to be here all night.
We're going to be...
And and it followed me to Ohio. And even the girls I work with now are like, you're honest. You take criticism good, you learn from it, and you move on. And now we're fine.
People don't understand that that's what people are looking for.
You have to be honest.
People think they're looking for a perfectionist, and I will admit I am, but people think that they're looking for someone who never makes mistakes, who always knows what they're doing, but I don't think that those people are always a pleasure to be around, always the ones who are trying to learn, trying to grow, trying to benefit from every experience that they get.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm trying to understand.
We're good.
We're good. Yeah.
We don't need that camera. Stupid GoPro.
Stupid camera.
Brought to you by GoPro. It's all right.
It's a job.
It's 2 hours. Good. It's good for that,
dude. It's a job, man. Yeah. Like, it's a job, but I think you get more fun and fulfillment if you enjoy it. If you think it's a job that you just kind of go to every day and shit, I mean, but what do you use your money for at that point? Like, if you're just struggling, I mean, I understand it's different if you're working 9 to 5 and making ends meet and trying to like put food on the table for your family. That's a different type of job. I'm talking about like people who do something, make good money and shit. They hate what they're doing, but they go back home and what are you supposed to do? Like, there's no.
What are you doing?
What are you doing? What's the point?
Why do you come back every day?
Why do you come back? What drives you? What motivates you? And those are
that's why they're depressed.
Probably not a fun time to be around for sure. Probably not a.
No.
What are you gonna do with all that money? How much? Honestly, okay. After a certain point, you tell me. I don't have enough money. Like I'm not a mom, but like you need a certain amount of money, obviously, to meet your living standards. But and you get a little bit more, and you can spend on luxury goods and stuff like that. But not everyone needs to be Bezos, right? Not everyone needs to be a good billionaire, right? So after a certain amount, like things become easy. You're not worried about money anymore. You're just you're fulfilled.
Some people are.
Some people are though. Yeah. People want to be able to just some people are greedy, man.
The biggest mindset switch is being selfish.
Yeah.
I never go to work thinking about myself ever anymore. I'm done. Like I'm like congrats, I made it to my end of my journey in that point, but I am done. I never go to work. It's not about me. It's about other people. I'm thinking, how can I make other people's days better? Yeah. How can I make the patient's day better? That's why I'm never tired, right?
Yeah.
Why should I be tired? The patient's sick. I'm gonna go help him. It's true though. And I don't know, man. But when you think about yourself, it's a trap.
Yeah.
When one thing doesn't go right, you get mad. When you gotta stay 10 minutes later after your shift, you get mad. When the machine breaks, you get mad because you only think about yourself.
The thing is that if you're in healthcare, you're in the wrong job. If you're you know what I mean? Like you can't. That is the closest you can to be directly helping people. You're helping people when they're sick.
But people still think about themselves.
People still think about themselves. Like you're just not in the right job. You know what I mean? If that.
It's all what side of the fence.
Yeah.
Why is this patient screaming at me versus how can I just help him?
Yeah.
You know? Nah, it's all right.
All right, man.
It's 10 o'clock, baby. You all right?
End it on that? Yeah, dude. Let's go, man. Let's end it on that.
Where are we going? You want to go out for a little bit?
Let's go out for a little bit.
You want to go out for a little bit?
Let's go.
I'm not even going to see you in a little bit. It's going to be a bit. I got to fly your ass fucking...
I got a pack, man.
You got a pack still?
I pack shit, yeah.
What's wrong? You need stuff. Just bring that.
What are you talking about? I'm going for 6 days, bro. 7 days.
6 days? You'll be fine. Go to Ross. Dress for life.
It's cold, man.
Nah, I was happy. No, it was good to have you. It was good talk. Like
man.
we got good. It's not the last one though. We're gonna be doing this a lot.
Man, I'm sad you're leaving, dude. Hey,
that was a good time.
Hey, whoever's getting them next, Cook County.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time, right?
You're leaving me. Yeah, I'm a little bit sad, man. Can't lie.
No, you'll be fine. It was fun, man. Congrats on med school,
dude, man. Congrats on moving on in life, man. And not the last time, man.
Next chapter.
Not the last one. Next
chapter.
It's
gonna be a good chapter.
It's still same book. Next chapter.
Let's write a good damn book, you know. No, it's good.
Man,
right,
we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep this party rolling.
Mm-hmm.
And not the last time for sure. I'll come in Chicago and we'll do this again, man.
I love it.
It was a great day, man.
Let's go drinking. You ready?
Drinking,
Oh yeah, not bad. Right?